you start off a session, takes up a couple of hostages. It's fine. Hey, bitch. I already have it on my soundboard.
Oh, what? Are you not watching the Lolotov Cocktail on Twitch?
What? How could you?
I just posted
Hey,
the link myself.
bitch!
I was waiting for it, you know.
You know, I was like, oh look, it's my 18 month subiversary.
That's fantastic. You know, that's like 1 month, but 18 times.
Holy
It really,
shit, you're right.
really makes
Oh
you
my
think.
God.
Or, but you could. It's also like 18 months once.
Holy shit. You're right. God, I
This is
never
the most
thought of it
brain-
that way.
This is the most
Shit.
brain fried
It's like-
fucking dumbass.
Is that the fourth episode? I thought it was the third.
Last time was the third episode, I thought. Am I dumb?
It's possible.
It is possible. Okay, like first episode
You take your
was.
thought shot.
I don't have a prescription for the thought shot yet.
Yes.
Logic. For logic.
But yeah, like first one was like us like meeting everybody and walking Tyler home.
Okay,
Second episode,
this-
like
This is the fourth one.
yeah, I was gonna say second episode was you know, dealing with like wrapping up stuff with Tyler, getting packs. Third episode was us checking out the tree. This is the fourth.
Heck yeah.
Nice, nice.
Mm-hmm. Hi, Mias. Are you well rested today? I hope so.
You better be.
Oh, bitch. I don't know where that came from.
Yes. Sorry.
No, that's I don't even know where that came from, but it was just the vibe I was going with today, apparently. Meanwhile, I'm just out here slapping links in different discords. Being gaslit by my own players into thinking it's episode 3.
Listen, I've guessed
I-
myself.
Honestly,
I
you
have
could tell
done
you could tell me it's episode 15, and I'd be like, "Yep, demon."
Demon.
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 The behind the scenes, you know, chatter that you're really missing if you don't join in early. We'll cut this out and make like an extended like behind the scenes thing. It's just demon, 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 demon,
Demon.
balls.
Fucking hell.
Demon balls.
It's like Dragon Balls, just with demons.
Yes, they only make one very specific wish come true.
Demon.
Thank you for the hydrate, Rocket. How you doing?
Hey, yeah.
Episode 5. Not yet.
It could be episode 5.
Boss,
Well,
you want I should take her out?
sure.
Oh,
For a walk,
I'm not a
Baffy.
mod, so I can't. But in my chat, I can.
There you
Oh,
go.
Lola, don't forget to put the live notification
Gonna
on
slap
Twitter.
a 6,666
It is
second timeout on on Mias in my chat.
excellent.
See if it's worn off by the time I start streaming.
God, I am looking forward to being able to put the finished version of Dusk's art on all of this.
Mm-hmm.
She was doing some rendering of it yesterday, and it is coming out really well.
That's good.
Yeah, I'm very excited for it. And hey, if you ever do end up changing your form, I can always go back and be like, hey, you know, what would it take to edit in new form?
Mm. If my head ever gets screwed on right, then I'll let you know.
Hey, that's very relatable.
Mm-hmm.
Some
Incredibly relatable.
some days I do look at my model and I wonder if there should be some like alterations. Like version 1 had freckles and 2.0 does not, and I wonder if maybe that was a mistake. Or if
I
like
mean, that's-
freckles would ruin the punk aspect a little.
Mhm. It's the main reason why I have so many different versions of grinds, and I have a few other artists who I have on tap for making other different versions, like wildly different versions
Mhm.
of this character, is because I keep thinking of other ideas that I could use for it. I have a friend who they want, if I can get the money, they're not cheap, but they want to design a grinds that is made out of the different like elements
Oh.
with also wings representing each of the elements, like completely wild and everything. And I'm like, yes, I want to pay you to do that. That sounds amazing.
That is pretty cool sounding.
I don't know when I would use it, but I want that.
Right?
So
Honestly,
Lola,
that's yeah.
you know who Poe Sheep is, right?
I am aware of her. Yeah.
They just tweeted out that someone sent them a meme that they are now taking out on everyone else, and it's freaking Skeletor. In 6 years, the 80s will have been 50 years ago.
Oh,
Tell
yeah.
me again, He-Man.
I don't need to be attacked like this right now.
Seriously.
All right, links up on Twitter and on Blue Sky.
Yay.
I forget that website exists like every day.
Same.
Honestly, it's nice to go to. I say it like every time I bring it up, but it's like it's a welcome break from all of the constant outrage that is generated on Twitter.
And soon you'll be able to put videos up on Blue Sky.
Thanks.
That's cool.
I get emails about what the next whenever they update their roadmap after they do each major thing. Hilariously enough, they waited until Jack Dorsey was no longer in charge of Blue Sky, and then they're just sort of like, the moment he left, they're like, here's the updated roadmap, and I'm like, oh, all the things he didn't want. Nice.
It makes
Wait, so he was the reason we couldn't have GIFs or videos?
Yes.
damn.
Yes,
Oh
he
my
was. Yes, he was. Because he had made Blue Sky to be his true vision of what Twitter was supposed to be, and then the moment he stepped down and is no longer any part of it, they're like, roadmap was updated the next day.
What if we made it good? What if we made it a viable competitor?
It was so
Bro,
it
this
was
isn't
so
the
funny.
90s. We need better than just a message board, asshole.
Yes.
Right?
It was so funny. I loved it so much. It's just like, they're like, oh, he stepped down and he's no longer a part of it. Oh, I just received an email of an updated roadmap.
Does the roadmap include being able to schedule messages?
Yes. Use with third-party apps and third-party website type stuff, and all that stuff.
No, I mean,
Amazing.
no, I mean, just like being able to just like click on like create, post or whatever the fuck they call them,
Right.
and then
Right.
schedule it to post later.
No, that is not available yet.
Hopefully it'll come soon. That's the main reason that I get tired of using it, because I can schedule, like, assuming that I'm actually responsible enough to get my schedule done before Monday morning. I can just schedule it to be posted on Twitter, YouTube, and all that jazz. Maybe Facebook if I bother to fucking use it. And I can schedule it to just boom, 10 a.m. It's there. But I can't with Blue Sky, so I just have to be able to cross post it at 10 a.m. or just whenever the fuck I get the time to.
Makes sense.
And it's annoying. It's 2024.
It is annoying.
Mhm.
It is annoying, but I'm hoping with the way the roadmap and how fast they've been updating it since then, I'm hoping they'll like advance it to the future or the present at least.
I just realized that the people in charge of Blue Sky literally pulled a Nick Fury. We understand that Jack Dorsey has made a decision, but given that it's a stupid ass decision, we've elected to ignore it.
Yeah.
Nice.
It's so true. It's I will laugh at that forever. I'll just be sort of like, it's like, wow, Blue Sky just changed literally overnight. Best decision Jack ever made.
Was to quit. It's like, how can we tell you how much we'll miss you if you don't go the fuck away?
He needs to go on another spirit quest or whatever he did, where he like meditated for an entire year while starving himself.
Oh shit! Did he take like ayahuasca or some shit as well?
I don't remember,
Oh
but
my
like
God.
he disappeared from Twitter for like a year and like didn't post, didn't do anything, didn't really tell anybody where he went, and was just like gone.
Mm-hmm.
And then when he came back, he talked about like, it's like, oh, I was away for an entire year meditating and in another country and doing all this other stuff and starving myself to reach a new form of enlightenment. And I'm like, okay, now I'm going to sell my company to Elon Musk.
So I mean, that's kind of like a red flag there, because like people who have like actually like gone to like ashrams and whatnot and like studied with monks will talk about how they are seeking the road to enlightenment, but they don't say that they're seeking enlightenment.
Yes.
You don't say you found enlightenment.
Speaking
It's
of
a journey.
yes, speaking of Elon Musk, did you hear that the first Neuralink implant is starting to fail
Oh, of course it is.
Like we all
What a
predicted.
surprise!
within weeks?
Within weeks, his brain has been reduced to non-functional servitor meat, and I called it.
Like it's not he wasn't the first one though. It was like someone who was like paralyzed from the waist down, I think. And it's just like it's already starting to fail.
Neuralink's first human brain implant malfunctions.
Yup. Wait, let me get my surprised face. Hi, Neil.
Elon,
How you
I
doing?
am Jack's complete lack of surprise.
After Elon Musk successfully killed a bunch of sick monkeys with Neuralink, he
Thank you for the
gosh.
head pats, Renetta. Hope you're doing well today.
Oh.
All right, we'll get started in a second here. I'm just gonna go
Yay.
grab some more ice for my drink because it is 80 fucking degrees here.
Ugh.
I
am a delicate winter the degrees are
fucking damn it.
The model has become in pure ecstasy.
In a blog post Wednesday, Neuralink said several threads from the subject's brain implant retracted, causing a serious reduction in effectiveness.
What?
Oh, that's terrifying. Oh, that's so terrifying.
The company's application to begin human testing was rejected by the FDA.
Yes.
Who would have thought that they would reject that?
Neuralink has also faced allegations of mistreatment of animals during brain chip experiments,
Yep.
No
Yep.
surprise there.
including the use of toxic chemicals that destroyed the brains of some test subjects and killed others.
Yep. He killed a lot of animals with Neuralink.
Bro, this man might have killed more animals than PETA.
I was
Mhm.
just thinking that.
Mm-hmm. Like,
Mhm.
is it Smosh? Some YouTube group, they did a like sketch where they just basically said real Elon Musk facts with and just like a straight face, and it's just like to people who had no idea what was going on. He's just like, no, Elon Musk killed a lot of monkeys, like a lot of monkeys. It's like, shoot, what? Why?
And yet every one of his little sycophants are just like jumping when he says jump, and they're excited to have them to just basically be turned into servitors from 40K.
Well, also like they love the things like Cybertruck and everything like that, even though all of the Cybertrucks are now being recalled.
Recalled because they have
Make it off.
they have a
They-
defective. Yeah, they're being. Did you
Yeah.
not hear about that, Baffy?
I listen. I've heard a lot of stuff about the Cybertruck.
It's
I saw the Throttle House. I saw the
Yes.
Throttle House video.
There's Lola.
Yeah, every freaking one of the every single
Tiny Lola.
Cybertruck is being recalled because there's a
Giant Lola.
design flaw where the accelerator will stick down and get
Mhm.
stuck on the actual like frame of the thing and just not be able to get up until you force it up with your hands.
Yep.
Because
It's
the accelerator pedal has a frame on it that just pops off if you exert enough force on it. So their fix is to basically rivet it to the pedal.
There's also a bunch of ones being recalled because the whole thing is wired with one wire connection, just one. Like it's not multiple systems all in place, it's all together. So if one section of your Cybertruck goes down, it all goes down. So there are people who have like a small little defect in their Cybertruck and it doesn't work. It just stops.
This is why
So
I'm
is
gonna.
it-
Or the guy that cut off his finger, trying to prove that it had safety features it didn't have.
Oh my
he
god!
didn't.
Yeah.
He didn't cut it off. He broke
Oh.
it. From what I heard.
Oh, he didn't cut it off. Okay.
Yeah, it was just
No.
broken.
Okay. Still,
So this would be like if my car's like AC went out and suddenly I couldn't start it.
yes.
Yeah.
That is exactly what it would be.
But the problem is, you're already at full speed.
Yes. And the few that just spontaneously combusted.
Like
Efficiency
the
is-
other Teslas.
I was
Well,
gonna
this-
say if you ever need to roll the combustion embed so that something just detonates under the slightest provocation, I'm just gonna
get
say you
bonus dice
don't need it. You don't need it if there's a Cybertruck around.
It's like, oh, there's a Tesla. Bam. It's like
5
that's
gets you 10. 5 gets you 10. A bunch of the red hats just have Teslas that we can just explode.
And then every
Or
time they
Cybertrucks.
explode, all of them say in unison, "I still love my Cybertruck. I would still buy one from Elon Musk." Look.
Oh, did you ever remember about the flamethrowers he sold?
Oh, what?
The limited edition Tesla flamethrowers that he made.
Oh god.
I remember
How
him
did this
talking
one
about
go?
them. I don't remember them actually becoming a thing.
I don't remember exactly what happened to them, but I remember that was also a massive huge failure. But all of the people who like suck Elon's toes were just like, oh, thank you for this flame, because he made only like 100 or so of them.
Remember when he promised us cat girls? Ah, man. There could have been a so much better timeline. No, anyway, I think that's enough squirreling for now.
Oh, that's right. It was a flamethrower gun. That's what it was. It wasn't actual flamethrower. It was a gun he converted into a flamethrower and sold to people.
Gotcha.
It's also off topic, but I just love how many people out there are just claiming that Aphrodite is trans. When it's like,
God.
it's
Yes.
like, yeah, that's always been a thing. Are you just now getting on board with this?
I mean, that they don't
But it's
know
not
that.
for like the reasons they think. It's not for the reasons they think. But yeah, she's always
Yes.
been trans.
It's like she's beautiful. You just don't like women that aren't a 14-year-old with tits.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. She's not 14. She's actually 10,000 years old and a dragon angel.
Oh, my bad.
I might look like I'm 12 years old. Actually, 3,000 and probably a dragon.
Jesus.
And I don't want to fucking say the other half of that because while it is
Yep.
true, it's uncomfortable.
Like, yeah, let's not. So,
Yeah.
Let's not say we did.
anyway,
Alternatively, demon.
Speaking of things ancient and probably going to cause someone suffering, demon.
yes. Like I said, enough squirreling. Welcome everybody to episode 4 of Demon the Descent Gears and Grinds. I am your storyteller, Lolotov Cocktail. You may call me Lola. Joining me are 4 wonderful VTubers here. How about we introduce ourselves? Let's start with Baffy this time.
God, does that have to be me? Okay.
Did I stutter?
I am. I mean, not this time, but maybe another time. So I am Baffy the Sappy, Child of the Baphomet, Duchess of Hell, and I am playing the analyst Zell, and we are going to try to not die as we flee from a piece of architecture that, you know, we definitely didn't blow something up at.
Exactly. Ari?
I'm Ari Erish, Eldritch Goat and Dream Eater. I play May, Attentis. Goth Demon Spider that has currently self-dealt because keeps getting overwhelmed.
Alright, and Grinds?
Hi, everyone. I'm Grinds the Alchemist. I run a coffee shop / Twitch channel called The Takes All Grinds. It's a mystical, magical coffee shop conveniently located smack dab in the near center of the infinite multiverse. And I'm playing Madeline, who is a short, very flustered demon girl who loves helping people and blowing up stuff.
And Braka?
Hey everybody, I'm Braka Quilltusk, your friendly neighborhood orc bard Rista, and today I am playing Danica Grimm, aka Miss Swindle, a barista who is, like the rest of us, more than meets the eye.
She's a transformer.
We are all transformers here.
We're all thinking it as well.
Transformers.
Yeah.
And, well, also, Danica also transforms other people.
That she does.
Mhm. Yes. It is all part of my devious trans agenda. Wahahaha.
Your transmission, if you will.
Indeed. Which is fitting because I got my transmission fluid re-upped yesterday.
Oh,
Heyo.
nice.
Ooh.
Got the thought shot, the gender juice, etc., etc.
God, I made Baffy laugh so hard the other day when I said, no, not the thought shot.
It was funny.
It's like, take my uncontrollable laughter and get the fuck out. Anyway, last time on Demon the Descent, y'all went to the park as a group to find out what kind of infrastructure it is. A few people in red hats showed up and had some disagreements with you getting so close to the tree that's in the center. Some violence ensued. 2 of them are no doubt on their way to the hospital with shrapnel from their exploded truck embedded in various parts of themselves, and y'all are running away in a black sedan with a. I think you took both of them with you. Yeah, the remaining two.
Yes.
Yep.
You also faced one of them that definitely looked a little different and was almost certainly not human, but
Mhm.
not something that Zell had ever encountered before.
That's something I remember, anyways.
Yep. That's why it's up to me to remind you all of everything that happens.
Mm-hmm.
Because
And
your
we appreciate that.
Hey, I mean, your characters have eidetic memory, but none of
The
us do.
players
Players-
don't.
Yeah, the players do not.
That's why it's always morally correct as your storyteller for a game of Demon to relentlessly remind your players of things that they may have forgotten.
Mhm.
So, your presumably your driver is taking you away. Let's see. Maddie, were you going with them, or are you heading off with Tiana, or is Tiana coming with you?
Well, last I remember, we were all running in the same kind of direction.
That's fair. But I invited you to this park. Do you also want to come to this interrogation with me?
It's like, I
Well,
mean,
not the craziest thing.
you were also there as the truck exploded and things started happening and whatnot. So I think Maddie's really thinking less of, oh man, I should probably try to see how she's doing and maybe see about this date thing happening, and more about like, oh, okay, we're running, we've got people to interrogate, we're running.
I mean, if you're a demon and your date isn't ending with at least a couple of body bags, are you having a good time? One of my previous players is actually in chat right now. I'm sure he can attest to this.
Hey, yo. How was the trauma?
So, first roll of the game is going to be Zell. Roll 5d10 to represent whether or not your cult has a safe house available for you to take these people. I was the trauma.
Okay. I was the trauma.
To be fair, most of the time, the biggest story hooks that happened were a result of children that your character created.
Oh my god.
I don't think Zell's dealing with a lot of trauma, really. Well, that's nice. That's 4 successes. That's
Excellent.
Nice.
Okay.
Nearly exceptional. Damn.
Yeah, you just so happen to have a nearby. Let's go with one of the classic favorites for interrogating people, and an abandoned slaughterhouse.
Classic.
It gives very Crowley vibes. Shit, I don't know how many of you will get that reference.
Which Crowley? Are we talking about? Hello, boys.
Of course we are. I say abandoned slaughterhouse and Crowley, and I think you'll understand what I'm getting at.
I would talk about my hellhounds, but he'd just tell me that his is bigger.
Good times.
Good times.
So yeah, you recognize this place. One of the many properties that have been covertly bought up for just such an occasion. Right. Not entirely sure what exactly you plan to do with these people, but if there's going to be any place that would allow you to dispose of them or get information out of them quietly, then this will be such a place. Luckily, the refrigeration still works as you bring them in, presumably having thoroughly duct taped them first.
Sounds about right. It's a
Okay.
slaughterhouse. They probably have like chains and everything as well.
Exactly. You can just hook them up on a big old meat hook by the duct tape.
Oh, we're playing Dead by Daylight.
How romantic.
Mhm. Yeah, Tiana's like, I've been on worse dates.
Probably realize like, oh,
Mm.
oof, damn it.
It's like, hey, it's fine. Do you need to stay and like take care of this? Like, should I stay? Like, we really should have figured this out before any crimes were going to happen.
Yeah, well, I didn't exactly expect crimes to happen, but I guess I should be
Yeah.
more prepared for that.
I was gonna say, in your line of work, I like.
True, but usually I try to stay low.
She gives you just like a gentle like nudge in the ribs to let you know that she is in fact mildly fucking with you.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not apologizing.
Probably as red as my hair.
Yeah.
It's like, cool.
Which is funny because for those who don't know, demons can control all of their involuntary reactions, which means that you are choosing to blush like a lobster in front of her.
Yes.
Cute.
All right. Having removed the red hats from these red hats, yeah, they kind of look about how you'd expect. White men in their 30s to 40s, a little somewhat muscle, but definitely gone to seed, as it were. The paunch, a little aging gray hairs here and there. I'm gonna have all of you, in fact, roll intelligence and wits.
Intelligence and wits, huh?
Yeah, just something to like,
Wits.
something to realize something that you may not have done so out of character, but which would probably make sense to you in character.
Right, so that's 2 successes.
Oh
Oh,
yeah,
one's 10 again. One's 10 again, so I gotta.
yeah. That's why it's useful to roll the exclamation point.
Exclamation
Exclamation
point!
point!
Oh, jeez.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my.
Okay.
Lordy.
Just enough between you. You kind of realize, these people had their phones on them.
Oh, yes.
So, I'm gonna say, Swindle probably realizes something because she's all about sending messages.
Mm-hmm.
All of these people, from what you could tell, were listening to the same radio station when all of this went down. Zell probably thinks, oh shit, these people have their phones on them. These things have GPSs in. We should deal with this.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Unfortunately, there's really not a good way of erasing the evidence that they were here, since location is logged, live.
Luckily, I think Maddie certainly realizes they have one very specific ability to just uber destroy these phones immediately.
Mm-hmm. I would realize that.
Let's see it.
All right. We are talking about Shatter, correct?
We are talking about Shatter.
Fantastic. Okay.
Now,
Mm-hmm.
we could try and use these to backtrace what they were listening to. Maybe get some more information on stuff.
Hmm.
You know,
Well-
these bigot types like to congregate in their own little like chat rooms and little forums and all the little like dusty corners of the net to try and just vent their frustration at everything different and how the world doesn't fawn over them at every single moment. So they probably left some kind of electronic trail we could follow to whatever the heck is going on here.
Well, that depends on how much time you think that you have.
True. Which, honestly, we know they're connected to the former boss in some way.
I think we could get the information out of them without having to resort to the phones.
Okay, and the thing that May realizes is while they were listening to the radio broadcast, that's kind of when they started manifesting those abilities. You've never seen any human move that quickly.
Huh.
Well, I'm going to shatter these phones.
Okay.
All right,
I'm going to try anyway.
I'm gonna.
And honestly, that's a good idea. Now that I think about it, that's how they got their powers. Cut them off from their powers.
All right. I'm gonna say that you break both of them with just like one like snapping movement. It's it would be kind of impressive, if you know, to the average outsider, like someone tearing a phone book in half. You just grab both of them and with a quick they crack along the phone lines and then just shatter into just dozens of tiny pieces.
Nice.
The two of them are currently still unconscious for the time being, which means that you have the ability to prep however you want, whether it involves, you know, scanning their auras or whatever other supernatural abilities that you have before you tell them to wake up and grab a brush, put on a little makeup.
I understood that reference. So I believe I'm going to be rolling a compromise, still with +5 because I'm manifesting 2 powers.
Yep.
And one of them is going to be my enhanced intelligence. The other is going to be aura sight.
Sounds good.
So,
That'll
what's
be-
compromise again?
Wits and manipulation.
All right. So with manipulation, so that's okay. That'll be 10 dice. If I can manage to fail this, that would be extraordinary. I did not.
No, you pass. That's fine.
Yep.
Your eyes are still like a metallic gold from when you upped your primum. For the rest of the scene, they will have like any of the like veins, capillaries, and other such blood vessels that lead from your eyes and around your eyelids will be something of a metallic silver. And as you notice Maddie shatter the phones, Zell gets a very like faint burst of like etheric discharge as the phones break. There was also an etheric like resonance around the two people. You could feel that before, and it is gone now.
Okay. Interesting.
All right, so I believe you have an ability that, like an embed, that would help you here in finding which one of these people is most open to spilling their guts.
That I do. That I do.
For those who don't know, I'm referring to an embed called Find the Leak.
Ooh, exceptional.
Fantastic. So an exceptional is character knows which person in the group most wants to talk about a given topic. The player adds the successes on the embed roll to any social roll action to convince the target to talk. If the player is using social maneuvering, subtract the demon's primum from the number of doors required to convince the target to talk. Exceptional is as above, but the demon barely has to make an effort to get the target talking. A few
Yep.
leading questions and the target will reveal almost anything the demon wants to know. If the target has a vested interest in keeping the information secret, for example, it would implicate him in a crime, the storyteller may make a composure and subterfuge minus demon's primum roll to keep such incriminating details to himself.
Hey, that just went up to 2.
It did. Congrats.
Thank you.
All right. Out of the two of them, there's one that looks a little younger. His he's got like a fairly decent beard going, and it's like from like his chin down to his kind of down to his collarbone, and it's a mix of like red and blonde and a little bit of like gray going in there. But from what you can tell, you're pretty sure that he is the one that is most likely to talk when it comes to whatever you want to find out.
Let's wake this one up. Let me talk to him. I get the very distinct feeling he is about to fold like a cheap suit.
Tiana will just reach forward and give a little touch and just a little pulse of energy, and he will wake himself up. It's like, what the fuck? Where are we? What happened?
Oh, I don't think you need to worry about that for the moment. I have a few questions that I need to ask you about some of your activities tonight.
What the fuck happened back there?
Oh, well, you see, there was a catastrophic accident. People were going for a walk around the park, and then a truck exploded. I was hoping you could tell me a little bit about the people that you were with, what happened. It seemed to be one of their trucks. I was worried you might be involved with something. We are here to help you, you know.
Well, I just, we've been talking about meeting up with like-minded people who just really who care about the direction things are going in this city. Everything's just kind of going to shit. There's people with knives running around just stabbing people, and the government doesn't do anything, and you wonder sometimes if they're in on it, and then there's people who are just casually forsaking God and cavorting with the demons and shit, and it's not right. We weren't looking to hurt people. We just wanted to start taking our country back. And there was a guy who said he was gonna help. And then he hesitates for a moment.
As the storyteller makes a private roll.
And then and then there was, well, we were all hearing, we're all listening to the same like voices, the voice of the people, and it was like something just like it was okay to do. Everyone was just behind us. We had the, it was right to do. And I don't know what people were doing there. But it was just something in us saying that they were there to cause some destruction and destroy property, and you know how it is with the people burning cities to the ground, and suddenly we had to do something. And it was like my hands are just kind of moving by themselves.
So do you think that you really did anything, or was there something sort of guiding you?
Uh, you know what? I don't know if I wasn't thinking about it. Maybe I would have done it in the same situation, but it was like it was easier to do. Um, like someone was,
Almost like you had permission to do whatever you wanted.
yeah, huh?
I look to the others. Just cock a brow.
Mm.
I giggle just a little bit.
Thank you for picking up what I was putting down there.
Mm-hmm. I got you.
Preach. Um,
Anything else you want to tell us about?
he like snaps out of the stupor for a moment, and he looks over at I want to say, like, I assume that you're present and listening to this.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
He looks over at Danica and is like, "Hang on, I know you're that, like, you're that coffee shop
Hey,
blue head person with the TikTok who was like, you were making fun of that poor lady who was just trying to just trying to get He's just trying to like point out that you're indulging in like unhealthy, like unchristian behavior."
are you done?
If he says unchristian behavior, I audibly laugh.
She just goes, "Are you done? Not having your own brain?
Uh-uh.
All of you sound the same.
Stop.
Seriously."
Stop.
Ugh. She just rolls her eyes and just looks away.
That is a little bit concerning, though. Of course, as he has seen your face, and now he's seen your face in an abandoned warehouse where he's taped up to a meat hook.
Oh, don't worry. He's not gonna remember my face for long after this.
Combustion.
Oh,
No, I'm kidding.
So, all right,
can
what?
Hmm?
Yeah, his attention goes back to Zell.
So, you were told to go there and meet someone, you said, yes?
Yeah, I think so. Did I say that?
I do believe you did.
Yeah, I guess he didn't tell us who he was. He just said we'd recognize him.
Hmm. It's interesting. Do you remember recognizing anyone when you were there?
There was we couldn't really see his face, but it was a big guy. He grabbed this like this like the smaller, I don't know who it was, but they were messing around near the tree, and I don't know why, but felt like that tree was worth protecting. And he just started attacking the I couldn't tell who they were, but clearly he recognized them as being a threat, and we just kind of jumped to his defense. And must have been something crazy, because I don't know, they started like there was that ungodly howl and screeching, and just something came over me.
I mean, you were in a very tense situation. You might have felt like you had permission to do as you please, but you had to know something weird was going on, didn't you?
I mean, maybe, but with all the weird stuff happening in the city right now, I guess it's time a little weird was on our side, you know?
Perhaps. But whatever happened, things didn't go all that well, so perhaps the weird wasn't as on your side as you might have thought.
Why wouldn't it have been on our side? It was helping. I've never moved that fast. I've never felt that strong. Like, even like before they laid a whole bunch of us off at the factory, you know, I was in like peak condition then, but before that, like, I've never really felt that way since, you know? And it just,
Look where you are now.
I hold Spindle's shoulder and just leave it to her.
I don't think that. Well, to be fair, it's quite right. If the weird was on your side, why are you here?
Mm-hmm.
I guess the weird that's not on our side is more powerful though. We gotta get better. We gotta be more vigilant. We need more people on our side. Like,
Is there really a
people need to hear the truth, you know?
And what is the truth?
That this city is cursed and we need to take it back from all the people who want to destroy it.
Cursed? Sounds a bit, I don't know, hokey. Sort of paranormal. Well, I don't want to use the word, but, well, nuttery. What
Hey.
What makes you think it's cursed?
Don't you believe in God? You know, this is a time of weird things. The devil is running amok, you know? It just makes sense that if all of these weird things are happening, then surely there's got to be a God out there who cares about us and wants us to fight back and do good works.
Believe me, young man. I know there's a God. I've seen him.
Yeah,
Sorry,
he
POV.
kind of looks into your eyes that are like a mix of like metallic gold iris and like capillaries that are like silvery wires, and is like, I don't think that you have anything to do with God.
I have more to do with God than you could possibly know. You have your idea of what God should look like. But just because that is your idea does not mean that it is the right one. It merely means that that is what you believe. You know, as I recall, your God preaches that a saintly attribute is humility. Perhaps the problem is that you are not humbling yourself enough to understand that you may be wrong.
Make a manipulation and persuasion roll.
I get the feeling,
I'm gonna let you add your primum to this because you've done a pretty good job with find the leak and you know, opening him up so far.
Is there any way I could argue for empathy?
Sure.
Thank you, because I have no dots in persuasion. And I also have only 1 dot in manipulation, so this improves things drastically.
Demon with no persuasion. Like, what is...
I don't need to persuade people of things. I have a cult.
Mm-hmm. That's true.
Okay, so that's 4, and you said I can add my primum, and you know what? I'm just gonna burn willpower because
Why not?
This feels like it's gonna be worth it. One, two successes.
Oh, okay. Like, so what? You think you know everything? You think you know the right way? Like, what the fuck did that to your eyes? Like, you think you're a creature of God?
There are people who think things, and there are people who know things. I don't think I'm a creature of God.
Stranger things in heaven and earth than dreamt of in your philosophies, bud.
All right. Well, if you know so much, what the hell's been saying all those things?
Well, for the sake of being entirely transparent with you, because I don't necessarily believe in lying. We don't know. These are the things that we want to find out. What exactly is happening? Why are these things happening? And what exactly is whispering over in your ear? Although, speaking of which, I walk over to to him. Do I have your permission to check out your ear?
Uh, uh, can you get me down first? I'm kind of feeling my shoulders separating here.
I think we can make a deal. We let you down, and we look you over, see where you might be injured, if anything might have affected you, might have been on you, manipulating you, anything, and nobody attacks one another. You break that deal, you go back on the hook. Well, you wake back up on the hook. Sound fair?
It's not like I can really move anywhere. Okay. He like flexes his wrists a little as best he can to indicate a shrug.
Fair. I get him down off the hook. Well, I get someone to help me get him off the hook. Actually, we're all like one strength babies, so we
I haven't checked that actually. I think I have
I'm
two.
two strength. I
Oh,
increased
you're
my
two
I am one
strength.
strength.
Look at you.
I have one strength.
Yeah, just leave it to us.
I
I
talk,
agree.
I don't fight.
Yeah, together together between you, your scrawny gay asses, you get him down off the hook.
Good.
But indeed. There's that nice moment of, I think we're all like really weak, actually.
We all took finesse because nobody thought it would. No.
Eventually, we all had finesse.
Yes. You get him down. So I assume between all of you, some of you might have different ways to examine him.
Oh, you know what? I have not used my aura sight on him, but I feel like that would be the perfect thing to so I focus my sight on him, and it's actually supposed to be reflexive, but wits plus investigation would be a juicy 7d10. That is 2 successes, so I get to ask
2 questions.
Yep. So, is there any sort of angelic like material on him or influencing him in some way?
His aura does have lingering traces of the spidery threads that you've seen on these other red caps. There's no current connection, but it's it's like you can see the traces of it.
Thin wispy, aura threads lingering off, but if I check, around him, I don't see any of the stuff on him, right?
Correct. Yeah, there's none of it like visibly on him. His aura bears the previous stains of it.
Does it seem like there is anything that's left him susceptible to control? Like any sort of basically like a psychic or spiritual backdoor?
I would say yes. This person does remain susceptible if he were to hear that signal again, that he would be likely to follow it.
Interesting. Have you perhaps paused to consider that you weren't actually being given permission to do something, you were being suggested to do something?
You kind of catch the colors of his aura like twisting in a way that suggests offense. It's like, well, everyone has their own agenda, right? When anyone who's got a radio show or a podcast or a YouTube channel, like they all have their own agendas.
True, but not everyone is enforcing their agenda on someone or pushing them to do things. You were ready to hurt people in the name of your agenda, weren't you?
I mean, it's not like... And then he stops. I guess I was. I mean, he always said that we shouldn't... I mean, he always used to say that nobody should do anything violent, just defend ourselves, but... Yeah, I really was, wasn't I?
Yes, you were. Interesting that. Almost like someone or something just sort of unlocked something in your mind, released some inhibition, made you feel like it was okay to do it.
Yeah. I mean, and you can see him trying to justify him doing these things in his head, but the more you see it like roll around the weight of the violence that he almost committed, the more you can see that he's coming to the realization that there really wasn't anything, that there's really nothing that he can do to justify the fact that he was ready to beat your brains in with a tire iron. This isn't me. I never wanted to hurt anyone. I was just so angry all the time, and people get away with so much, and then no one does anything about it, and I felt like I was maybe making a difference, and because if nobody does anything, then someone has to, right?
What difference did you think you were going to make that night, aside from a difference in the population count?
I don't know why, but it felt like you and like you were all a threat somehow.
And who was it again who started the aggression?
I mean, it was the big guy, I guess, and it seemed like you were going to stop him. He recognizes that his justification is not a good one.
He's starting to fail at convincing himself.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Do you think we were perfectly justified to try and stop him when he grabbed our friend?
That was your friend? What kind of friend do you have that can scream like that and look the way that they did?
You should know that God did not just make pretty little cherubs to spread joy and wonder. God made many great and terrible things. And if one of those things did not want to be touched, they would be very convincing in dissuading them.
All right, so what do I do?
Well, from what I see when I peer into you, it seems like there is still something lingering there, something waiting to answer a call. I think you should avoid some of these radio shows that you've been listening to.
Yeah, maybe.
You never know when it might make you do something you'll regret.
Precisely.
I think it's already.
Hmm.
It's already done that.
Or rather, make you do something you regret that you can't make right.
Once you cross that line, you find that you have a lot to reckon for within your heart, within your soul.
Tiana looks a little sympathetic towards this poor man and says, you know, in the words of Michael Carpenter, some men fall from grace and some are pushed. You don't have to. You have a choice now. Says, okay, so all right, I'll stop listening to it. But I don't know. I like so many people that I know like still listen to it. They'll wonder why I stopped listening.
That's very fair. It can be hard to make big changes in your life when other people are going to question you. Something I think everyone in this call can empathize with.
True. Out of character, very true.
All right.
Suppose we'll have to think about that.
Yeah.
You'll have to make a choice of what's better for you.
Yeah. Maybe I do have some choices to make.
And if they're true friends like you would think they are and hope they are, they'll accept that. And if not, maybe you need to find new friends who won't drag you into almost killing someone
Or
because a voice
worse,
on the radio told you to.
or worse, succeeding.
What about all the hobos running around with knives? Do they just get to keep doing what they're doing?
You know, interestingly enough, I ran into one of them. And turns out that they might also be getting influenced by outside forces. But we're looking into that as well.
You are?
Yes, we are.
Someone is trying to stir up shit in our city and put people against each other.
You were right about that. It's not in who.
Okay. Well, you clearly know more about it than I do. But like, okay, what? So what happens now?
What
You
happened?
gonna
Huh?
kill me or?
No, things are not so dramatic as that. However, I hope you understand that given your activities tonight and the vulnerability that you face, we have to be careful about you. We're not going to kill you, but we do need to take some precautions. Well, let me ask you this. Do you plan on going and telling people about the events of tonight? About us?
No. What would I say? That I tried to kill people? I don't. I don't know why I would say anything about that.
Could I roll wit subterfuge with my spotting lies specialty?
Yep.
And are there any other dice you want to give me for find the leak or anything? Or
I'll let you roll your primum on that again.
nice. All right, 90-10.
That's an exceptional.
Yeah, that's 6.
Holy shit. No, you are pretty sure that his shame is enough to carry him through this. That maybe he's not as deep in this as he thought, and that maybe there is some saving him now that he has had his actions held up in a mirror to himself.
What you're going to do is you're going to go home. You're going to sleep this off, and you're going to think long and hard about the choices that you've made that have led you to this moment. And if you still have some lingering thoughts about us and what we're trying to do, I'm certain you'll be able to find one of us.
All right. Yeah, I can do that. Just go sleep it off. A bad dream.
Exactly.
A bad dream you're lucky to wake up from.
That said, it's up to y'all whether or not you influence that in some way.
Should I kind of, when she sort of like just wiggles her fingers over at Zell, but she doesn't say that out loud, she just whispers it over at Zell.
I mean, you could also say it like in some of, so I'm gonna shoot myself in the foot here.
Mm-hmm.
In order to clarify something for the rest of the party, we can just speak in some obscure language, but that's a compromise roll because unless you have a good reason why your character would know that language because it breaks cover.
Only if someone else hears you do so.
True. The part where I shoot myself in the foot is that I have to admit, for the sake of being fair, that I have very heavily alluded to being some kind of angelic figure or something, being not human. So, if you want me to roll compromise right now, I will absolutely do that because that would be fair.
And
Yeah, I would say so.
I'm asking if you would rather I just make him forget about all that.
Yeah, you could whisper that to me in like some
Sentinelese, like literally no one outside the Sentinel Islands knows how to speak it.
Yeah, like literally just whisper, Should I? He's sort of seen a little bit behind the curtain. Should we make him not pay attention to the little man he's behind the curtain kind of thing? Pause him up? Make it all just a dream with blurred faces?
And it's wits manipulation for a compromise, right?
Yep. +1 for having a cover of 7 or more.
Oh, cool. And I don't think we're allowed to roll willpower on compromised army.
Correct.
Yep.
Very good.
Oh joy.
Oh,
That's an exceptional.
that's an exceptional. So,
That's an
That's an
extreme
exceptional.
exceptional. That's a
That's
7.
exceptional.
That's
So-
exceptional.
Yeah.
so there is in fact an upside to getting an exceptional success on a compromise roll.
I got a cover beat, don't I?
Something like that. Let me see. Okay. Compromise. 100.
But I would whisper back. That's up to you. If he, from everything I've seen within him and from everything I can read off of him, he does not seem like he has any interest in sharing information of tonight or in going back to listening to that show. I believe he's safe, and removing knowledge of us and this interaction means that if he did want to potentially come over to a better side, he wouldn't necessarily have a way there,
The other guy, however.
or at least not to us.
Mm.
We're not going to talk about the other guy while he's still here.
But let's see.
Oh
So
yeah, no. Oh yeah, no. Hurting people, killing people. That's yeah, you don't want to do that. That damages your soul and everything. All right, have a good night. So, anyways, pulls out the blowtorch.
So you either gain a cover beat for yourself or a beat to put in the jar, and you also regain a point of willpower.
Okay, that point of willpower is nice. If you don't mind, I would like a cover beat because I can now start building a second cover.
Sounds good.
Nice.
All right. So you can let the first guy go, and since the other one is still unconscious, it would probably be easy for Danica to just shunt into his brain and alter things whilst he's unconscious.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I can definitely do that shit.
All right. So for you then, that will also be a compromise roll of wits and manipulation +5, and also a point of ether.
Right.
It also takes a point of ether to pull that back in at the end.
See, that is.
I also just remembered to tick off 2 ether for bringing out my demonic forms.
Yep.
So with that point of ether, that's how many d10 am I rolling?
Your wits and manipulation +5.
Mm-hmm. And I have to spend the point of ether then?
Yep.
That's that. Okay. And exclamation point and go. Oh. I didn't put the space, did I?
I don't see if you've rolled anything. So your wits and manipulation.
There we go.
11d10. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4. Okay. Yeah. No So yeah, you have not lost any cover. Naturally, it's a massive dice pool. So yeah, you're able to, withdraw the Ethernet cable from your head like Chobits style. If you've ever watched that anime or read that manga.
Mm-hmm.
So what is the mechanic then for this memory
theft? It's called memory theft.
Oh, okay. So memory theft. Memory theft is manipulation plus subterfuge minus the target's composure, and one roll is equal to 5 or 10 minutes. He has a composure of 2.
I'm grabbing some water. I'll be right back.
Oh, okay.
So that's 5 d10 plus anything plus Anything else?
Reducing by the target's composure, which is 2.
So 5d10 minus 2.
Yep. Feel free to use willpower if you have willpower to spare, of course.
These little check boxes, did I need to clear those? I probably should have
Let's
cleared them a while back.
So I don't know how you were representing it. For me, I always put the checkboxes in to represent willpower that I had left.
Oh,
Okay.
That's a good
Right.
Oh, ads are going to start in a few seconds, by the way, everyone. So feel free to get up whilst all this is going on.
Mm-hmm. I think, yeah, I'll spend the willpower then.
Oh, okay.
And I can speak right
That
back.
does that clear that negative, or does it just...
So that gives you another 3d10 to add to the roll.
Okay. So that's just 8d10 minus 2 then.
Yep, so
Let's see what
6d10.
Okay, so yeah, 6d10.
Mhm.
There we go.
3 successes.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so you can download memories from the victim. You gain an hour's worth of memories in a quick download. You can choose to make slight alterations by erasing original memories and uploading new ones. So this will mean that it takes 10 minutes. So assuming then you'll just be like blurring faces and everything to make sure that this guy does not remember who you are.
Mm-hmm. Blurring faces, blurring like t-shirt sort of like symbols and stuff.
It is dark here. We can justify him not seeing everything
Mhm.
Exactly.
or anything.
And can
Subtle
I
enough.
what level of like success is this? Just like a regular success?
This is a regular success, yeah.
Okay. So I have an hour's worth of his memories. Can I see anything before we encounter them? If that was like
Yeah.
a full hour.
It's a fairly normal hour for this person for the most part. You get a lot, and I mean a lot of that traditional patriot media like schlock that is being pumped into his brain. A lot of memories of twitching anxiety of like the things that are happening to this city and this country, and just a yearning to do something about it.
Do we ever hear like a station identification rattled off, like 104.5 or whatever?
It's that fucking Patriot
there's-
News thing, isn't it?
Or
It
just
is.
like a podcast thing.
I don't know if they have a radio number per se, but yeah, it is like an internet podcast, the traditional patriot media.
Mm.
Yep,
They have
led
like
by.
any ads running.
Oh, sure, they probably have ads for like gold coins and like self-lubricating catheters and shit. They know their audience, a bunch of paranoid old people who are worried that the world is gonna die, and
when their bodies are what's breaking down.
Yep, and the main
We're
person
trying to
who
play Frogs game.
yeah the person who is talking to them back and forth is a Joe Callahan, the talking head of traditional patriot media. He's very persuasive, very media trained, and there's a lot of talking to someone who is definitely not media trained. So someone who's very grizzled. He's got a lot of like facial scars from he mentions often about how he spent time doing tours out in the Middle East trying to keep our country safe and everything, and then he got back and no one will hire him, and like this is the thanks he gets. So Joe Callahan was doing his patriotic duty by hiring this ex-sergeant like Jack Carpenter for to come on and talk about the state of the country. Thing is, his voice sounds a lot like the big guy who grabbed May earlier. A lot like the guy who grabbed May earlier.
You know,
Almost
I had a feeling.
exactly.
Almost exactly.
How wonderful.
Yeah, you get the feeling that this guy is a little more beyond saving than the first guy.
Okay.
Yeah.
If I've gotten everything that I can from him, then yeah.
Do you relay this information back to your compatriots?
Oh yeah.
You know, when the younger one said, "Oh God, did we get a name for the younger one?"
You didn't ask him, but yeah, we'll say his name was Joseph.
I was gonna say, can I just roll like flat wits to see if my character would have been smart enough to actually ask that?
You know, sure, yeah, roll straight wits. See if you asked him his fucking name.
No.
Oh, okay. It turns out that your demon level tism just did not pick up. Oh, I should probably ask this guy his fucking name.
I was very much being the mysterious philosophical figure, just being like if you still want to, to learn more, you will find us.
Yes.
I love
And I
the
mean, you will find us. We don't know who the fuck you are.
Right.
This
Christ.
now the demonism is in my brain. It's not gonna let go. We need to make that a meme.
Yeah, you're not wrong. So, question is, what do you want to do with this other one?
Is there anything that we want to ask this person, or like, what are we doing?
That's up to you.
You wanted.
I don't really think there's much else we can learn from this guy.
No.
Well, I'll call the peg farm, says Tiana. Oh, it's difficult to see whether or not she's actually joking.
Mm-hmm. I guess. So you've taken away his memories of the whole thing?
But I've rewritten his memories. He doesn't
Rewritten his
remember our
memories?
faces. He doesn't remember our faces. Our voices are distorted. Our clothes are generic brand nonsense.
Lame brand clothing.
Could
Great value
Zell-
clothing.
Could Zell's cult just drop him off somewhere?
Probably.
That is what my idea would have been.
Yeah, like just
Dump
drop
him
him
in
off
it.
somewhere.
Just dump him in an alley behind a bar. People will just accept that he just got drunk or some shit.
Oh, I have a great idea for like distorting his story and everything. Tiana pulls open her bag and pulls out a nondescript brown bottle and starts unscrewing it and flicking the liquid over him.
I smile because I know what she's doing.
Yeah, it's clearly some very strong booze. It's like I made it myself, you know. Turns out you can make some pretty good shit when you're a life mage.
You know, speaking of which, Jesus,
Ooh.
that's
Holy
Whoa.
criminy!
Holy
roll
shit.
20 likes me tonight, so that was just gonna be an int occult check. To remember to see what I know about life magic. I think I know a decent bit.
You probably know a hell of a lot more than I do as an individual.
While we're here, do I get anything for getting a exceptional on a knowledge check?
I'll give you informed mages. Informed is a condition that you can find in the main rulebook on page 309.
Yeah, as I recall, that is, I can resolve the condition in order to get a beat and turn a success in a knowledge check on that into an exceptional. Yeah,
And then
Correct. Or a failed roll into a single success.
fair.
Either way.
Okay. So, um, as I recall, and I hope they didn't remove this from first edition mage to second, but life mages should be able to alter chemistry and inhibit and intoxicate people. Correct?
Sure. We'll go with that.
Well, I'm asking Tiana that, and asking if that would be something that she could accomplish to further muddy his credibility.
She sloshes the bottle a little bit. It's like I usually prefer a more, indirect method, but yeah, I can probably
I
give
mean,
him
if
a
you
little
want
bit
to
of a
just feed it
blackout.
to him, then
I can give you a little bit of blackout time.
Nice.
that'd be appreciated.
Mhm.
All right.
You have an exceptionally talented date, you know.
Don't I know it?
I mean, I wasn't looking. I didn't mean to look at her when I said that, but I'm certain that's getting a fluster out of someone.
I could hear the gay noises, even though there was like an attempt to hide them. All right. So yeah, she'll touch the other man's head, and she's able to get you a few spots in his memory where he is not really sure how he got there, or what'll happen then in the next like half hour or so.
Oh well, altering with memories is actually mind magic. I just wanted her to actually cause him to become like drunk or hungover.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah, we'll okay. We'll make him seriously drunk then.
Yeah, I mean,
Alright,
she
then.
could know mind magic. I don't know how you built her. Mages don't specify in just one.
Gotcha. You know what? I don't know how I've built her either.
She has a name.
Yeah,
She has a name and she knows life magic. Cool.
I'm finding things out about her too. It's a great journey.
Backstory complete.
Yeah, that you're seeing behind the curtain here a little. But yeah, with that done, you can drop off your 2 charges. You depending on whether or not you'd like them is probably a little more gently for one than the other. And
one is basically tossed into a trash can.
Mm-hmm.
To give them that someone got fucked up and messed around in a bar look.
Mm-hmm. Definitely. Just a bunch of garbage water poured over his head. And yeah, from there you can head your separate ways into the night.
Well, that's probably a tough act to follow, but I'm gonna try.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Tiana looks over at Madeline and is like, did you have a ride home, or?
I tend to walk most places.
Well, hey, maybe I'll walk with you back to your place.
Yeah, that sounds good. Yeah.
Delightful. All right. We're gonna take a quick. Oh, so go on.
I was just gonna say, I would never want to interrupt you to your evening. However, if you did want to perhaps have a slightly more normal date, I'm certain I know someone who could set you up with a nice spot. Reservations.
Hungry?
Yeah, and and nothing like a little bit of kidnapping to work up an appetite.
Yeah, I think that would be nice. So,
No problem.
All right,
Pull
are
out
you yeah getting a beat for I know someone?
Oh, how did you know?
I'm the GM. It's what I do. Anyway, we'll talk about what happens in your next scenes after we take a little break here.
sounds good.
Yes.
All right, be right back, everyone.
Breaky.
BRB.
All right, everybody.
Welcome back.
Thank you. Just love that I have 2 players from my previous campaign listening in here. Just like awkward queer noises. Yeah. Yeah.
And I mean in every sense of context.
Okay.
Okay?
So Ari, I think we're gonna do your scene next.
Sounds like it.
Just wait until we have everybody else back here first.
Yep.
This has been interesting so far. I did not expect for this to take that amount of time, but I'm happy that with the results.
I'm back.
Welcome
Welcome
back.
back.
Mhm. Good to be back.
Hmm. I'm gonna have to prod this other Discord that I'm in. I've got I found a YouTube playlist of it's called Stream Beats by Harris Heller.
Mhm.
And I just wanted to double check that it's like okay to play on stream. Oh, okay. They actually responded. Fantastic. I'll have to do that for maybe episode 5 or something. Well, maybe I'll just do it once this track's run out. I wanted something a little more cyberpunky as well, so I found this. And I went ahead and popped it in the general. And yeah,
I see it.
It's got a good beat to it. It do slap.
It will be the slapping.
Hmm. So, let's have a look here. Hope everyone has been enjoying the stream so far.
You know, I've been.
I love how Mistora is still blushing even at Hey Mistora in text. The reason it still works is because you can hear it in your head exactly how you want to.
Mhm.
Demons are also good middle managers, says Valdry. Very true. They do be good at moving numbers around to their advantage. Abandoned Bad Dragon Toy says, "Man, you have the verified account only follow in chat, and I can't show you my new alt," which is it says, "How do you feel about Alex Jones' thigh gap?" Jesus.
Oh my god.
So if I ever need to, if I ever see that person in chat, like if they ever get verified, then I will then I'll know who it is. Waifu says, "If you hear a delayed cackle in the background, I'm not sorry."
Mhm. Nice.
Good times. You have no idea what I'm talking about? Are you sure about that, Miss Dora? I think you're a fucking liar.
I'm back. Sorry about that. I had to switch over my laundry.
Yeah, all of my
Nice.
all the reactive
Unacceptable.
images just disappeared.
Oh, I guess we're gone. Thanks everybody for being here.
Like the
Anyway,
it's weird because the like the names are still floating there.
Weird. Yeah, I can see it on your stream. That's very odd.
Ah, oh,
We've
I did the-
activated our demon invisibility.
I did a little refresh and you're all back.
Hooray.
Hooray.
I mean, yeah, we wouldn't be VTubers without a few technical difficulties. What is it?
Oh, sorry. I reacted to something Ari sent to a group chat.
Ah, gotcha. You know, I'm not gonna ask unless you want to share.
Character idea.
Gotcha.
I approve of character idea.
Nice.
Oh, that's right. I muted that. Okay.
Lola, I hope you don't share your Discord.
I
I'm
mean,
not
no,
gonna-
I currently have window capture up, not display capture. Okay. Yeah, she's cute.
Mhm.
Just don't click
can-
open in browser.
You can instantly see for what kind of game that is.
Yes. Yes, indeed.
I
I
return.
have, I have no idea what you're talking about.
Uh-huh.
I don't either.
But unlike
Definitely not
me,
Vice and Violence.
Maddie has been showing me a game called Vice and Violence, which is a tabletop RPG that is apparently designed from the ground up to be spicy.
Erotic slapstick is how it's described. And I think that describes it the best.
Plapstick?
Slapstick.
Erotic
Clap, clap,
slapstick.
clap, 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 clap.
Like I
Roll the
said,
dice, roll the dice, roll the
slapstick.
dice, roll the dice.
Thank you for picking up on that, Baffy.
Ah,
Oh gosh.
Beautiful. All right, so as I said before you got back, we're gonna go into some.
Oh my god.
yes, actually.
We're gonna go into some side scenes here of like what people do the following day, and I was thinking of starting with Ari, who has something in mind that I have been working on here. I know it's something that she wants to pursue here to help build her character.
Interesting.
With all the situations of running into a knife and getting grabbed from behind, I thought about, yeah, I need to work on my self-defense. So I'm gonna try and look up a location where something like a gym or a club where I can try and get a course or something.
Okay. I want to say this is gonna be. Let's say this is going to be a wits and investigation, and I'll give you a +2 because it should be a fairly easy roll to make.
3. Investigation. Where the fuck was investigation? Ah, here.
Should be a mental skill.
Yep.
think.
Mm-hmm.
God, so many people on my Steam list are playing
4, 5,
Hades
6.
2 right now.
I wanna to.
It's so fun.
It's so good.
I just have no place to like fit it into my schedule.
Oh my god.
Wow.
Local
Ow.
gay, too useless to Google fucking gym.
I don't even know what I'm looking for.
Apparently not.
Instead of typing in looking for self-defense. Sorry, I can't finish that.
cooking for self-reference, did you say?
I can finish it for you.
Hey, yo.
Yo.
Uh,
All right, so when making rolls like this, you can either just like roll again, so it takes a little bit longer, or you can like opt for a dramatic failure. You can accept a or you can just give up and look another time. Self-defense.
Can I take a bit more time, look through it, and maybe profit from my merit patient?
Sure. I'm gonna say I'll give you another +1 here. Based on the fact that you're looking on your phone. Pretty much everybody in the group is gonna be assuming to have like a +1 phone if they're like the very basics, and if they have more money, they can buy a more expensive phone.
Actually, let's see what phone I had in my inventory. Smartphone. Ooh, 2 dots.
Oh yeah, I think you had a little bit more in resources, so yeah, go ahead and add that.
So 4 plus
Hydrate.
6, 7.
Don't fuck it up. Oh,
How about that?
That's an exceptional now.
oh.
Okay. So I'm gonna say that you can either accept a positive condition, or I'll just let you add a beat to the jar.
Let's go with the quick beat.
Alrighty. So after a little bit of digging around, you find looks like a gym that focuses on martial arts. They've got some classes open during the night and during the day, depending on when you want to go. You might still be a little amped up from all of the kidnapping, or maybe you want to rest beforehand. That's up to you.
I mean, I went right to sleep after I got home, so, and don't have any other plans in this game, so I probably go during the day.
All right, I will allow you a point of willpower back for taking time to rest.
Yay.
All right, you're able to find a gym here. Let's see. Surprisingly, it is just called the Seattle Gym, and it's a surprisingly spacious-looking place. It is, in fact, a real place. I'll go ahead and drop the image here in chat so people can see it. Now, looked for gyms in Seattle, found the Seattle Gym. You don't see many gyms that have 2 stories to them. But
Or that honestly look like they were originally a frat house.
kind of does, doesn't it?
As
It has very much frat house energy.
Oh my, yeah.
I can see what you mean by like the red brick and everything, and the decorations. I know a lot about architecture. I don't know official terms there, but yeah, now you have an idea of what it looks like as you make your way through. There's like several bits of like exercise equipment, like the walls, you're made of like good like wood beams and everything. Yeah, it looks like a place where you get the vibe of people trying to better themselves. And on the top floor, the top floor has more more exercise equipment, but there is a lower floor that advertises the self-defense courses, a little bit away from just the regular people trying to get their cardio in.
Yeah, I'm gonna look if there's a course going in a bit, or if there's someone who could teach me personally.
Yeah. Help if I actually rolled the things that were the dice that I wanted them to be. So you head down the stairs. It looks like it's just kind of open on weekends here. I think today is a Saturday morning.
Oh, Saturday it is. Okay.
Yeah, there's some sounds of vigorous exertion of fists hitting the punching bags. The place is fairly empty at this time of the day, but in addition to one or two guys who are just here to like lift weights or like hit bags, there's one person who stands out a little bit. A woman in her 40s, maybe. Yeah, you can't. It's either like late 30s, early 40s. Kind of difficult to tell. Her hair is like a shock of white. It's like up in a mohawk, and her build suggests that she is fairly athletic, very like all like taut muscle and like barely any fat to her. Want to make a wits and composure roll for me?
Versus like a panic?
No, this is more of an awareness type thing.
With exclamation points.
One success. Okay. You notice that she's putting some sizable dents in this punching bag as she goes at it with fists and feet. She's not got any like wraps on or anything to minimize any like any back damage, any recoil from punching. But you notice that her knuckles, like despite clearly having some good skincare going into it, they are. You notice that her hands are somewhat calloused and like she's spent a long time hitting things to deaden her nerves to any pain from hitting things. Clearly, whoever this person is, she's used to martial arts. You also notice on her back, through the somewhat like sweat-soaked like gym clothing, is quite an elaborate set of tattoos. Looks like almost like a heavenly battle taking place across her back.
Oh man.
Between angels and demons.
Hmm.
Are we just making alpaca noises now?
Possibly.
Hey Ash,
Just
how's
take
it going?
notes. Okay, I'm gonna kind of approach to the from the side, keep a little bit of distance, and either wait till she's done or notices me and decides to give me her attention.
Okay.
Lesbian shit, just stand there and hope the girl notices you.
Listen,
I'm listening.
I'm gay.
Mhm.
And I would do that. Honestly, I always do that in IRL.
Okay.
Like,
That's
just wait
this
until they
game's
notice me.
catchphrase. I'm gay.
Make another wits and composure roll.
Should I do here. Another one. That. Another success. 2, actually.
Okay. As you approach, you notice that the place is not entirely lit by artificial lighting. There is there's like some skylights that have a little bit of view of the sunlight from above. it also temporarily like blinds you as you approach, which gives you kind of blink almost as you get close. And you realize she's no longer punching things. She's right behind you, like clapping a hand on your shoulder, being like, "Hey, what's up?"
Oh my god, you scared me.
Oh,
Hi, I noticed you seem to be pretty good at punching stuff, and I've been looking to try and learn some self-defense.
it's not all about punching, you know. I get that a lot, but trust me, it's so much more than punching.
No, I believe you that.
But yeah, I got time to kill. She goes on over to the she casually strolls over to the side and whips one of those like martial arts mats over her shoulder and just slaps it down on the in the middle of the floor like it's nothing.
I'm just amazed.
Those things aren't really that heavy, but you know, you are a soft gay, so that's fine. Okay. So,
Are you saying that, or is she?
I'm saying that.
I may not be looking at the mat.
Oh my.
I mean, if
Wow.
you, yeah, if you're ogling her, yeah, you'll recognize that. Yeah, she does have her like fair share of like scars, including a lot of like there are some like long straight ones, some definitely some ones that don't look like they were, ones that may even be like bullet related, and then there are of course some stretch marks that indicate that she has definitely changed her physical form somewhat, whether it's childbirth or some like surgery. This person has seen a lot of things.
Hmm.
She squares up on the mat and like beckons you over. It's like, okay, show me what you got. And then she like cracks all of her knuckles together with almost like almost sounds like a small gunshot when she does it.
Okay, I stand across from her, feet wide, and kind of just try to grapple her in a feeble attempt to bring her to the floor.
Okay. Make a it's gonna be a strength and brawl roll. Her defense is gonna be 6.
I wanna
A chance die.
trigger
Uh-huh.
my. It won't be a chance die, but I have something better. My shaken
Uh-huh.
condition, which makes me automatically lose.
That's fair. That's entirely fair. Okay.
So another condition resolved.
All right. I will add a beat to the jar. Roll wits and intelligence.
Two successes.
Okay. How far are you on your key progression?
I know my key, but I haven't bought it yet.
Okay, then you get to know the first question for your key after that, which is that you do not know your next key.
Oh, that is very interesting information.
Okay, so you feebly reach out to grab her, and deliberately whiff it. All right, and she casually backs up without, it barely seems like she made an effort, and she brings her foot around in in like a roundhouse kick to your temple. You take 1 point of bashing damage so far. So really, you go to grab people when you first start hitting them? Come on, come on, show me like an actual strike.
You said yourself it's not about hitting, but here we go.
I said it's not all about punching. But, let's start with the basics. Show me what you got.
Yeah, I'm gonna aim just for her stomach, which are probably fucking ripped.
Yeah, oh yeah, like yeah, she
A
is
strong, muscular stomach you could grate cheese on, yeah.
Yeah, you could if you needed to start like a folksy southern band, she's got the washboard.
All right, how does it chance die work?
You roll 1d10. On a 10, it succeeds and you're not allowed to explode it. On a 1, it's a dramatic failure. Oh, by the way, bashing is the circle with the line through it.
Ah, yes. 3.
Okay. Yeah, she goes in and like grabs your wrist and almost like examining your hand for a moment. It's like, God, you hit like a 12-year-old girl.
Well, one of those things is true.
Right. And trust me, I've taught my niece how to hit since she was 12, and like, how old are you? What is your excuse for your thumb is inside your fist? If you hit someone with any kind of force, you're gonna break your own thumb.
Holy shit. You just unlocked a core memory there, Lola, because I was told that exact same thing when I took Southern Home Guard as a teenager. Keep the thumb outside of the fist, or else you're gonna break it.
Yep. And yep, it's the first thing that I learned from Nines Rodriguez when I played Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines for the first time.
Nice.
So yeah, you go through a couple more hits. It feels like she's studying you a little bit as she gives you a few pointers, and then she goes in for a series of hits that hurt a lot.
Ah.
Let's see. You take 5 bashing damage as she sweeps your legs out from under you and sends you like crashing to the ground.
Okay, I have all but one of my hit points bashed.
Yeah, you're in wound penalties, and that hit also stuns you because it was the equivalent to your size.
Oh,
She sits down next to you. It's like, so, you doing okay? You need a moment?
I'll be fine. Holy shit, I need this more than I thought.
Yeah, you're telling me.
Well, lucky me, I found you.
Yeah, lucky. She gets back up like effortlessly and holds a hand out to you.
I take the hand and you know what? I'm just gonna thank her for her help in, let's just say, some foreign language that probably no one here speaks.
She like her eyes flash a strange shade of silver as she hears you speaking an obscure language, and her grip on your wrist as she pulls you up twists around until she has your arm like right up behind your back in a way that casually suggests that I could break this like a twig if I had the mind to.
I should be terrified.
Ooh.
What am I doing?
Ooh. I should be terrified, but I am gay.
I believe the term is scaroused.
well, mark me down as scared and horny.
Scorny.
Whoa,
Like-
easy. Easy.
So, lucky, you said.
Well, you didn't break it yet.
Yeah, jury's still out on that one. What are you doing here?
What I already said. Try to
Yeah, that's the thing
have a
about
reason.
that's the thing about you people. You're too good at lying. How about I and Yoshi very gently starts to exert a little pressure on your thumb, yeah, indicating that she is like very casually thinking of just popping it out of your out of its socket.
Other people around?
Yeah. They seem to think it's like no big deal.
Yeah, it might look like an exercise, but it's good to know. Look, I have no reason to lie. I was... I was literally stabbed the other day, so I wanted at least something to defend myself.
Okay. So you just so happened to find me.
Look, I look up a gym where I can learn this, and here I am.
Okay. She responds in an obscure language. It's like, say, you ever think Cerberus enjoys getting pets?
Oh, absolutely.
Make a wits and composure roll.
Oh,
I know what this is.
Okay, good. I don't have to DM you.
It's rolling all right.
God
Nothing.
damn. Okay, so even your blind gay ass can't miss this. The place is somewhat low lit, but that doesn't stop you from noticing a flash of an old school camera from the skylight window. You recognize, oh fuck, it's that guy again.
Oh, fuck.
For those who don't know, and I'm only really just bringing this up now, this is, I think we said his name is Michelle? Is it Michelle or Michael?
Mikkel.
Mikkel. Okay. Mikkel is someone from May's hobbyist group who developed an unhealthy obsession with May, and is determined to find out the real truth behind what's going on there. Yeah, the woman who has just been beating your spleen out through your ears growls, "I knew it." And
Wait,
some-
wait.
roll for initiative.
Okay, how was it again?
It's 1d10.
Plus dexterity and composure?
Fuck, you'd think I would know this by now.
It's not wits and composure because mine is 7, and I think it's is it wits dexterity or something?
Oh, here we go. It is
I might also have another bonus.
dexterity plus composure. So 1d10 plus dex plus composure.
So plus 5.
Let's see.
$11.
Huh. Okay.
Roll off.
Roll off. Yeah, roll 1d10. Oh, okay. You somehow get the drop on her.
Being grappled and such.
Yeah, apparently, yeah, she has let go of you, and she is, she's kind of bent her knees in a way that indicates she is about to take the fuck off. Bear in mind, you know
Okay.
where it says -2 there? That indicates wound penalties. So all of your actions are currently penalized by that amount.
Fun.
On the other hand, you're feeling very hot right now, from all sorts of for all sorts of reasons.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so what are you gonna try and do? It's your turn.
Okay. I'm gonna again in this foreign language, a little panicked, say, I, I can make you stop. I don't want to listen. This outside is just a problem for me.
Okay, roll a wits and persuasion roll. Oh no. Oh, that's a bad roll.
Oh no. I want to use the willpower in that case.
Okay.
Manipulation or presence would probably work for that. I mean,
yeah. Actually, well, yeah. Presence works. It's also the same stat numerically.
Oh.
Yeah. Either way, it's a chance die thanks to unskilled plus wound penalties. So yeah, with willpower, yeah, it's just straight 3d10.
Make it gay 3d10. Maybe that'll be better.
Hey, wasn't gay enough
And-
apparently. Okay, so yeah, you failed the roll. You can opt for a dramatic failure, or you can just let it be.
I'm gonna let it be.
Okay, she says, okay, so you said that this is like your problem to deal with.
I said, I'm gonna try to quote it again. I can make you stop. I don't want that. This outside is just a problem for me.
Oh, don't worry, I'll take care of it. And you notice all of the veins, the arteries in her skin, just like light up like a bright orange. And
Oh.
she dashes forward with a speed that takes you by surprise, and she jumps through the window. It is not open. There is a shattering of glass as she propels herself up off through the skylight.
What the fuck?
Oh my god, she's gonna kill a dude.
All right, Mikkel lets out a panicked cry of sudden realization.
On one hand, I don't like him. On the other hand,
Yeah, do you really want his death on your conscience?
firstly, does anyone acknowledge that?
You know, people acknowledge it, but it's almost like they're too busy not noticing it to notice it. Like, you know that feeling, like the more people who are around when something weird fucking happens, the fewer people are likely to do something.
Yep.
What's that called?
Good question. What was it called?
It's called the bystander effect.
Yeah. In that case, I know what's going on. I'm gonna dash outside, not through the window.
Okay. Yeah, Michelle, your Mikkel, you can hear just like screaming and attempting to run. what's your movement stat?
My movement. My speed is 9.
Speed is 9. Okay. You can roll the strength and athletics test to try and temporarily boost that. What's your strength and athletics?
Let
What
you
is
know?
your strength and athletics?
Oh, I have a dot in there.
Okay, good.
Hey!
Hey, 3 dice.
Fun fact, you can use dex and athletics to throw things at people. So maybe that's something to fall back on whilst you're learning to punch things.
No success.
Okay, yeah, no,
Oh
once
wait,
again,
I forgot. I also get the -2. So
oh yeah, so that is just straight up 1d10. Do you
Oh,
wanna... Okay, so do you wanna opt for a dramatic failure here, or
you know what? Fuck it. Why not? This is funny.
Okay, you trip and fall on the stairs, taking a point of bashing damage, and fall unconscious.
Oh no! Guess you'll die. Well, fuck me.
Well, you are pretty fucked.
As you can see.
Yep.
I
I
think that's what
I
he
will.
wants to do.
I will add a beat to the jar because if you get beaten down to the point where you are no longer able to participate in combat or you voluntarily surrender, you actually do get a beat. It's like the
Yay!
it's like the exact opposite of D&D.
Beat for falling down the stairs.
Mm-hmm. But yeah. In this case, you literally did fall down the stairs and you're covered in bruises. Jesus. You wake up a little while later in what looks like a motel room. You're taped to the chair, very much a bookend to the previous night. Along with Mikkel, who is also duct taped to a chair. I got some good hits in though, right? Lol, nah.
Nod win. No.
So she's sitting across from you, from both of you, and is like, okay, start talking.
At least it didn't kill him.
That depends on you. Why were you getting my attention while this guy was getting photos of me?
Firstly, I'm pretty sure that asshole was getting photos of me.
She strides over to Mikkel's chair and just casually lifts it up in one arm and says, "That true?" It's like, "Oh right, I didn't take the duct tape off."
I wouldn't mind if you keep it on. I swear this guy's annoying.
Huh. She rips off the duct tape, taking a straight line of facial hair with it, and claps a hand over his mouth, being like, "Nope, don't go screaming. Here's the deal. If you keep things nice and quiet, and I don't have to blow out of here and disappoint my niece early, because I only get one road trip a year. You understand this? I didn't want to come to this fucking city, but I had it on good authority that there was a reason for me to be here, and instead, I'm getting ambushed by this douchebag and someone who fights like a 12-year-old girl. Like, this is like the worst conspiracy I've ever blundered into. Like, she like throws the duct tape into the trash can and is like, "Okay, you start talking." There was a lot of like sobbing and like indistinct stammering, but he was like, it's just a camera that it takes pictures of spirits. It's the camera. It's a camera obscura. It works, and there's something. Oh, God, please don't kill me. It's like she looks over at May and is like,
He's correct.
is he saying anything that's true here, or do I start like turning him into an Ouroboros?
You know, I wouldn't mind that, but he actually believes that. He's a former part of our cult clique, and this guy has some weird obsessions, specifically me.
Her expression softens for a moment. Yeah. I don't know about guys with weird obsessions. She drops the chair down and it makes like a splintering sound as it hits the ground, and he tumbles unceremoniously into a pile of broken wood.
Hmm.
He's like, you know, could be one of two things. Either either this is the dumbest attempt to kill me by the God Machine ever, or you really are just fucking useless.
Hey, I would say useless. At least not in that way.
I'll decide. So, you got anyone to corroborate your story?
I mean, I have a few contacts, but they might actually laugh to find out I was tied up by a woman.
Cool. Get one. She casually, she notices, which pocket you've got in your phone. Which pocket has your phone in. She, kicks it up out of there, turns it over to you and, say, oh, right, yeah, you gotta... I guess I gotta untie you, huh?
That would be nice.
She grabs a knife and casually, slices through the duct tape in a way that's very, very slow and deliberate, and you can feel that she's not cutting you, but she very much could. It is very close to your skin, in the kind of way that makes Mistora just gurgle incoherently.
I think you mean babble incoherently.
Yeah, that too. Say, okay. Call someone.
Right, I suppose you... okay, I'm gonna call Rose. I think her name was.
Which one was Rose again?
The closest friend.
Okay. I figured you were gonna call one of the players.
Yeah, but I mean, that's not really needed considering this is currently about Michael being an absolute piece of shit.
Fair enough.
Gonna put it on speaker.
Roll a number of dice equal to your hobbyist click. So 2d10. Let's see just how available they are on a Saturday morning.
Not very.
That's a shame. It's usually when someone gets a phone call in prison, they usually get through to someone on the first couple rings. That's a shame.
Anyone else you want to call?
Yeah, probably Danica then.
All right then. Ring, ring.
Hey, mate. What's up?
Hey, remember about this Michael Lou that I told you about?
Yeah, the dumbass who keeps taking pictures of you and has some like stupid theory about what does he think you are again?
Some form of undead. I think the story changes every few weeks.
Right, yeah. A couple days ago he thought you were like some kind of vampire or whatever. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, this asshole is back.
Oh, fantastic. Do you need me to help out at all?
Not really. That guy got pretty much beat on his ass.
Yeah, he starts to get up, and the woman just like casually goes over and like claps him on the back of the head, and he falls unconscious.
Does that make a noise that gets picked up on the phone?
Yeah, probably. Like a noise like someone like two wet steaks slapping together. Which is how they created the punches in the Matrix.
Oh, nice. It's like, was that him?
Yep.
Nice. Who'd you get to do that for you?
Just met someone recently. Got caught up in that.
Dang, everybody's getting dates now, huh? Let's step up
I
the
wouldn't
game.
call this a date.
Uh-huh, yeah, sure.
I can't. I can't convince you otherwise, can I?
Probably not. Especially since you woke me up.
Yeah, I kinda had to.
It's all good.
She takes the phone from May and is like, "Hey, you think the dog of the underworld, Cerberus, enjoys getting pets?"
Doesn't any dog?
Okay. All right, so maybe you are just an idiot, but maybe we can chalk this up to maybe you really just don't know how to fight for shit.
Yes, why I came and wanted to learn some.
Can confirm. I also don't know how to fight for shit. Now I'm still on the phone here. Hi.
I think you're a little bit better than me in that.
I have a taser, that's just about it.
I mean, me too.
I can barely hit shit with it, so I'd say I can't fight for shit either.
All right,
Maybe I
well,
can.
guess we can drop this off, and you can give me your number for next time you want me to throw you around.
Oh, sure thing.
Still on the other end of the phone, Danica's just like
Damn it,
grinning.
Danica!
Like you haven't hung up the phone.
'Cause,
She's just grinning on the other end, just listening to all of this, just a fly on the wall kind of thing.
but you know,
Yeah.
if it turns out that either of you are trying to you know, swindle me, then I will find each of you, and as I mentioned, I will turn you into an Ouroboros. It will be slow. I'm gonna have some fun in this fucking city one way or another.
That's the right way to look at it.
Okay. Now, yeah, she hangs up the phone, hands it to May.
Thank you.
Okay. You know what? You know why I don't trust. You know why I don't trust people like you. You're too good at
Because
lying.
yeah, you mentioned that. Sorry to have scared you.
That's cute.
Hey, I didn't jump out of the window.
No, I was gonna kill that guy.
Honestly, I wouldn't be that much against it, but on the other side, it's
I
still a
don't know.
human.
It's It's cute that you thought that you scared me.
Hmm.
Maybe just cute enough if, you know? We'll see. You learn how to throw a punch, and maybe if I'm still here for a couple of weeks. We'll see if you're worth sticking around for. She tucks the phone back into your pocket and like gives you like a little playful like tap on the cheek and says, "Now get the fuck out." Hello there, comrades. I just wanted to let you know that at this point in the RPG, our power cut out, so there's just like a few seconds of play which is kind of lost to time. But yeah, you didn't miss anything too important, but I wanted to mention it here in the video. Fine. Okay, I'm glad. So,
Oh,
And it's
Uh-oh.
doing stuff again.
Uh-oh.
hello?
Hi.
Hi.
are we back?
I think we are. Yeah, stream is going.
Looks like it at least now.
Yeah, stream appears to be going, and I'm here.
Okay, good. We're here. The weird thing is, like, Discord still looks like it's loading, but I can hear you all just fine. Okay, so, yeah, to reiterate what was being said before, if you didn't get it, the lady gets up, yeah, like tucks your phone back into your pocket, gives you a like playful like tap on the cheek, and says, yeah, if you show that you can improve, I may just stick around for the whole 2 weeks. Now get the fuck out of my room.
Alright, I'll let you know when I want to be tied up again. Oh, have you done something with his camera? At least delete the stuff? Or preferably break it?
I took the film out. I figured that was probably enough.
I wouldn't cry about it if his camera was gone.
Hmm. Yeah, that's fair. You notice that she is packing her things up, and I'm gonna say make a wits and intelligence roll here.
Wits int, that's 4. 1 success.
Much like the previous person you interrogated, you realize that you haven't asked her name.
Ah, by the way, what's your name? Now that you also have numbers.
It's Juniper.
Hmm.
Juniper Jones. Well, guess could be Juniper Suthers now.
Congrats.
Yeah, well, we'll see. Still not married on the idea. If you'll, yeah, pardon the expression. So the other thing that you notice is that she is, she's got a couple of lighters, and she is like opening them up and casually like flicking fluid over the hotel room.
Should I be concerned?
Not if you're not here in the next half hour or so. You see that with her other hand, she is texting somebody saying moving rooms. There's like clearly like some sort of code that's going into it, but you get the feeling that she's covering her tracks.
At least don't kill this guy. See ya.
Bye. As you leave, you recognize that she is heading out. She casually tosses a hotel matchbook into the room after her with her scant belongings, and gets onto a very expensive looking motorcycle and heads off.
That was odd action.
Well, that's hot.
Incredible how this interaction alone just made me automatically better in Brawl.
Nothing like getting the shit beaten out of you by a hot lady to learn how to fight better. All right, so with that having gone down, let's go on over to.
That should trigger one of my aspirations for the day. Learn self-defense.
Okay, we'll add another beat to the jar.
And now I need a better dog.
All right, so yeah, we'll head on over to Maddie next. I think. Last time we saw Maddie, Tiana was walking her home.
I thought Zell was going to arrange dinner.
Oh yes, yeah. Zell arranged dinner at a very nice place.
Okay.
I mean, not gonna lie, I kind of assumed y'all would want to, clean up and everything.
Mm.
But I mean, I suppose I can make something happen tonight.
Well, I didn't
Ooh.
exactly know what was going to happen because it's like
That's up to you then. Do you want to just like have them walk home, or do you want to like fast forward to the next day?
you probably walk home first.
Okay. Oh yeah, I don't have the camera on her.
Yeah.
There we go. Okay. So yeah, we had chat's redeeming kitty treat.
Kitty tweets.
Come here, fur box. Come here.
Kitty.
Yeah.
I know idiot. And a dance.
All right, so yeah, Tiana walks you home to make sure that nothing else happens. While she is while you're walking, she is kind of actively listening to you, and it says, "So, any bullshit that I should know about?"
A lot. But before we get into bullshit, what brings you back?
A few things, Seattle is always so interesting. A lot of good stuff here. Always seems to be where the action is,
Yeah.
And
Unfortunately, yeah.
and given some of my abilities, it's a great place to sell a few different strains of weed at the local dispensaries.
Yeah.
Turns out some of the things that I can do apply really well to stuff that you can grow. And I was kind of curious, since this place has so much infrastructure and some of the energies that surround your people, you notice that whenever she is talking about stuff that is like overtly supernatural, she throws in words of the first tongue, the language of spirits. But since that is a language that is natively spoken, you pick it up effortlessly.
Mm-hmm.
And so yeah, I was kind of wondering if maybe, if you know of any places that it might be safe to extract that kind of stuff. I'm wondering what kind of a strain could mutate as a result of it.
Mm-hmm. Well, I don't know any place where we can safely extract everything.
Well,
I'll
there's safe and there's safer.
I can ask a few people,
Okay.
or at least one person that I can think of off the top of my head.
And hey, if you ever feel like, if you ever want to tap into like a personal supply or anything like that, then maybe we can maybe I can do something for you at a later date.
Maybe that might be nice.
So, she kind of stops at a street light and says, "Tell me, how dangerous is your life about again?"
Very.
Okay, I
Very.
appreciate that. Well, you know,
To be honest, as we often are, this is the stuff I try to avoid. But it looks like it's infecting places and things that I care about in this city, so I can't just be small and avoid it.
you know what? That's probably the best answer you could have given. So, assuming that nothing incredibly violent happens to you in the next 24 hours, I'd say that I'm looking forward to tomorrow.
Me too. Very much.
So, yeah, you pass the rest of the trip in, say, relative silence. As you get to the outside of your apartment, she looks up and is like, "Huh, this is where you live?"
Yep. Were you expecting something different?
Not really. Kind of digging the old like broke private detective, like Harry Dresden kind of vibe.
Mm-hmm. Kind of what I was going for.
No hats.
No hats.
Thank you for getting that. I don't know how much Harry Dresden any of y'all have read, but he's a wizard who is also a private detective who lives in Chicago. But yeah, he spends most of the like first like series just like absolutely flat fucking broke.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, and serial arsonist, yeah. But because the Dresden Files is a series that is known well enough, you kind of pick up pop culturally what she's getting at, thanks to your like your ability with languages.
Mm-hmm.
And yes, he does set a lot of buildings on fire. Yep. First line of the series is, "The building was on fire, and it wasn't my fault."
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
Already thinking about it.
Mm-hmm. She gently takes your hand and says, no matter, yeah, things get dangerous with me sometimes too, so I guess that makes two of us.
Hmm.
I don't want to necessarily intrude, like, people, yeah, I'm kind of new to everything here, but,
Mm-hmm.
you know, if everyone sees us out here right now, then it gives me a good excuse to come back here if things go well tomorrow.
Oh, yeah, I guess it does.
It's just okay.
With that, she kneels down. Well, doesn't kneel down. She leans down to give you a little kiss on the forehead and wishes you good night.
Good night. Does that count as one of my aspiration is hold a loved one's hand? Does that count?
It does, yes.
Yay, fantastic.
And I don't know if we're gonna get away with this as like TOS, like hand holding in an
hand
RPG.
holding. It's so lewd. It's so
I know, like,
terrifying.
I know the whole like vice and violence stuff, with the vor and like the big goblin titties out there. Like, I wasn't, I'm sure maybe we could have gotten away with that, but hand holding,
Hand holding,
like,
no.
Christ, I'm gonna have to blur that out.
Hand holding
Oh
is too
my
lewd.
god.
Blur
Hand
it. Blur
holding,
it all out.
hand holding, too lewd, too lewd.
Hello, Zoe, how you doing?
All right.
So with that, what is Danica up to?
After all of this, she's probably just calling it a day because lots of shit went down and they have a little bit of just like new information, but it doesn't feel like it's enough to go on.
That's fair. You do, however, for the following morning, have something that you could volunteer yourself for.
Mm-hmm. Checking out the charity organization.
Yes, the Giving Hearts Charity Foundation has a location here in town, and if you want to spend some time doing something, that's definitely a place you could check out and see if you can get the lay of the land.
Sure thing. I'll take a sort of like look around and see if I can get somebody's attention and talk to them a little bit.
Okay. Yeah, you head on in there, and it's definitely got that kind of like indie charity store vibe. It's got a bit of a must to it that is that assaults you as you walk in through the doors, but yeah, there's a whole lot of like various kitschy artifacts that you might see on like someone's TikTok as they like take them home and like try to do them up. Make a presence and persuasion roll, and you're gonna add your status as well as your striking looks bonus.
Right.
Your status is 2 extra d10, and then striking looks is what, 9 again?
Striking looks.
Plus 1 on any social roles that would be influenced by looks for the version that you have.
Okay. So would that end up being like 7 d10 then?
That sounds
like
right.
2, 2, 2, and 1. So yeah.
Math.
Hey.
Okay. Yeah, you were able to flag someone over. Fairly large, like portly looking, redhead. He's wearing a like they them pin on his on their shoulder.
Nice.
Has like beard like kind of down to the belly, but then also like an outrageous like purple, black, yellow, white tartan like kilt.
Right.
It's like, hey, welcome to Giving Hearts. What? Oh, you're the tea with Satan lady, aren't you?
Yeah, it's getting around, I guess.
Hey, it's nice to have a little celebrity in town. Like, what can I do for you?
I wouldn't say celebrity, but I have heard tell of this place just pass around my the cafe a couple of times, so I just got a little curious is all.
What about exactly? We do our best to like do some outreach for the community.
Mostly that stuff. One of my regulars went by like an area that apparently has seen some of your guys' work, and it seemed like they were getting along fairly well. So, and I'm always like looking to help out the community. So I figured I'd come in and see maybe if I can, I don't know, like post some like flyers or things like that or something, or just do something to help out. Learn a little bit more about the work you guys do.
they're like eager to show things off. They'll take you around the shelves, meet some of the local staff.
Mhm.
They'll let you put things up. Make a wits and empathy roll.
All right. That is all right. There we go.
Oh damn, that's an
Nice.
exceptional.
Hells yeah.
Okay. I'll let you have the empathetic condition.
Ooh.
Basically, whenever you're next required to make a roll that uses empathy, if you fail it, you can turn it into one success. If you pass it, then you can make it an exceptional, and then cash in the condition for a beat. You recognize that while they're eager to show you around, they've definitely not shown you what you're looking for. They're eager to put on like a kind of a face of outreach, but have not mentioned that they're specifically not mentioning anything about the backpacks.
Mm-hmm. All right. Yeah, this is a lot. You guys do a lot for the community. This is wonderful.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, definitely can see why one of my regulars spoke highly of you. They also said that you were doing like handing out like supplies for folks who were kind of like on hard times. Just like some stuff with like packs for essentials and stuff like that.
Oh, hmm. You recognize their expression like falters a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
We don't really like to mention that. Like, is this gonna? Can you say that you won't post anything about this?
She just puts her hands up. It's like, I am not the one who put that stupid TikTok out there. I'm just work at a cafe. Most I use that social media shit for is cat pictures and just promotional nonsense.
All right. Well, look, I think I know why you're. I think I know why you're bringing it up. Couple of regulars who came in for those, they haven't been showing up lately.
Really?
Yeah.
Like, do you think they found a way to get back on sure footing, or do you think something happened?
I hate to say it, but I think I keep tracks on all the people who are a little, economically worse for wear, and some of them I either haven't been hearing from or who have been appearing on arrest reports.
Gosh, that's. I mean, you can only help people so much, but that's still, it's concerning. Especially since, like you said, you recognize them. You've got some you formed some kind of you feel for them, right?
Yeah.
You want to help. You want to help them succeed. It's
exactly.
hard watching that happen.
Right. I
totally get that.
I just I'm a little worried. Every one of them that is showing up on arrest reports who has gone missing, every one of them came in here and got one of those bags.
Really? Is there anything in there you think that might have I don't know, they could have used somehow to end up like that? Or I don't know, just spitballing, I guess.
Look, I probably shouldn't be talking to you about this. If you want to press them further, I'm gonna have you make another I want to say manipulation and persuasion roll.
Right.
If you have a specialty that you think would apply here, you can use fast talking to apply that as well.
Yeah,
Or if-
I'll do that. I'll use fast talking as well to
Okay.
boost that. So manipulation and wait, what was that again? Sorry.
Manipulation and persuasion. And then you can add +1 for throwing in something about whether it's like something about like tassiography or like DIY HRT. You can just throw that in there and like baffle them with it to try and open up
So-
some more doors to you.
Okay, so would that be like 7d6 for the
Uh,
initial like striking looks stuff plus the persuasion and manipulation, and then
Manipulation is 3, persuasion is 2, striking looks would turn it up to 6, especially we'll put it up to 7. Yep.
okay, so that's 7. All right,
Okay.
let's do it. Ooh.
2, 4 successes.
Mhm.
That counts as a success just regardless, but it's enough to push them. They look around, checking where all of the staff are.
Mhm.
It says, "Do you want to come into the back here real quick?"
Sure. I'll just like sort of keep my head on a swivel, but also sort of like indicate that I'm following them
Oh, okay.
back there.
They bring you into the back, which has, much like the front, has like rows of shelves. These ones are much less aesthetically pleasing, as they are meant more for storage than for display. Rows upon rows of plastic wrapped kitschy bullshit. You can see that there's a bunch of like Halloween stuff in one corner that is like dolls that have been brought in and like pulled apart and like repainted and dismembered and stuck together with other things. There's a whole bunch of like Thanksgiving stuff which is yet to be dusted down. And in one corner they pull out one of the backpacks. I saved one of these after everything started occurring, It didn't feel right that to give it away after everything that happened. Something that you notice as you come into the back here. Demons have the ability to see infrastructure, and this place is no exception, except it feels run down, disused. Like it must have served its purpose at one point, and since has been deactivated. Whatever the purpose was that was served, it may still have some residual ether, but it also just kind of gives mortals a feeling of the creeps, It may also partly explain why this fella is on edge.
Mm-hmm.
So, you want to take a look at it? Yep, here it is. Just
sure, yeah. No sweat.
Yeah, they get up and place their like considerable frame between you and the shelf, so that they are somewhat obscuring your presence here. You pull open the bag, and I will say make a wits and investigation roll.
Okay, so that'll just be 3 because I have no investigation at all.
Oh, well, that just makes it a chance die.
Oh, lovely.
Because
Oh my, another one.
the unskilled penalty for a mental roll is a -3.
Oh, fantastic.
Yeah.
How
Feel
far in the
free.
negatives does that put you?
Puts me in just
Just puts you at a chance die. You can
Puts
use
me
a
at a chance die.
willpower. Yeah, you can use a willpower to turn it into 3. You would have
Well-
gotten you would have gotten one back from having a night of rest.
Mm,
So feel free to regain that.
Well,
Okay.
the reason I asked is that unless you're house ruling it, you're supposed to take the +3 from whatever the negative is.
Okay. Yeah, then in that case, it would still be 3. Exactly.
okay. All right. 1 second. I have to mute something again. People are very excited about things, and I just need to.
Gotcha.
Mm,
Takes you a little bit of rummaging through. Do you want to opt for a dramatic failure or try again?
I'll try again. Can I burn some willpower on it?
You sure can.
Right. So that adds what exactly?
3. So yeah, 3d10 once again.
So another 3d10 or
Yep. So yeah, just 3d10. In this case, that you're taking more time to search through the bag.
okay.
There you go.
All right, your actions eventually bear fruit. You find a compartment within the backpack after like pressing around inside of it. You're fishing out the usual supplies of food that doesn't perish easily. Extra clothes, water purification tablets, and then yeah, you do feel the very solid press of a kitchen knife that is concealed behind like a zip.
Yeah, she kind of knows from last time they ran into those things that she really shouldn't touch that.
Mhm.
So she's just gonna just try and fish around for something that she can use to like have a barrier between her and that.
Luckily,
like
you also
just a
know how to
flop.
neutralize it.
Right. Remind me again of that? It's been a minute.
Tape a penny to it.
Right. So yeah, she's gonna like fish for some like change in her pocket and then take care of that.
Oh, okay. Yep, you can. Yeah, I'll say that. Yeah, you can grab some. Thankfully, the backpack does have some tape in it, and with
like some medical grade tape or something.
exactly, yeah. So with that,
Yeah.
you can. Yeah, you pull open the first aid kit, like just like use the adhesive bandage and just stick the penny to it, and you have neutralized its abilities.
Yeah, and then I'm
And
going to just pick it up with like some gauze to like his, kind of crime scene thing and just like hold it up and goes, hello. And just so that the person behind me can kind of like see it. Just goes, that's yeah, this doesn't seem like essential, like, help you get by stuff.
Yeah,
Do you think
they
these
they
were
turn
important?
around so you kind of catch a flash of their name tag, which is Avery, and yeah, Avery is like eyes go wide and it's like, what?
Yeah. Do you think the other ones were like this? They're just sitting here and behind like a zipper. In
They
one of
were
the
all
pouches.
they were all basically the same. They all had the same sort of stuff in them. Are you saying that? You saying that that's in like all of them?
Maybe. Who knows?
But that doesn't make sense. Like I know the people who went away. They were good people. Wouldn't it take just giving them a knife to make some of them do the things they've been accused of?
Yeah. I honestly have no idea with this. Sometimes people do weird things when they're pushed into a corner. Or it's just it's really weird to see this in here.
Yeah.
Come to think of it, I think I remember that regular saying something about one of them who had this backpack, or had a backpack like this. They were kind of off afterwards.
Well, I'm glad I kept it out of circulation then.
Probably saved somebody's life.
Make a wits and composure roll.
Wits and composure. Fine. Oh. Nice.
Okay. You basically hear at the last moment somebody behind you saying, "Oh, I didn't realize we still had one of these. Why is this not out on display, Avery?" Avery has the decency to look somewhat shocked and tries to like get the attention of the person who just appeared behind both of you. Mr. Espejo, I'm sorry, I didn't realize this was still back here. I just found it. You don't say. The man behind you is, you most likely either of, say, looks like of some sort of Hispanic descent. Very, dressed in an immaculate white suit and has, well-kept, thin facial hair. And, very piercing brown eyes. Says, I thought I made it clear that all of these were supposed to be put on display. Why is it open? And who are you, may I ask?
Oh, she sort of just dusts off her the front of her skirt and just goes, I'm Danica. I run a cafe near here, and I had heard about this place from one of my regulars, and so I figured I'd just check it out. Avery was kind of showing me around what you all do, and we just kind of found this back here.
Oh, nice to meet you. I'm one of the. I suppose you could say I'm one of the managers of the Giving Hearts Foundation. My name is Emilio Espejo. It's good to meet you, Danica. I've heard a few things about you.
Really? Good things, I hope, Mr. Espejo.
Exactly. Yes, absolutely. You've been making waves in our little community.
Sometimes intentional, other times just somebody takes a video, I guess. Sort of just rubs the back of her neck sheepishly at that.
Why is there a knife in here, I wonder?
We're actually trying to figure that out as well.
He holds out a hand.
Is he indicating for me to give him the knife?
Seems to be.
Right. I turn it over to where I'm the one holding the blade of it, and I hand the actual handle of it to him.
What's this on here? He turns the blade over in his hands.
Yeah, it looks like just a regular penny.
Looks like you opened the contents here. Why are you tampering with this property of the...
Tampering?
Looks like you opened up the first aid kit here to tape a penny to it.
Did I open that up, or did I use my own? Because I feel like I have one of my own.
Okay, either way, it's why is there a penny taped to it?
It's I don't know. I was just looking at some of the stuff that was offered, because again, one of my regulars said that they had seen someone with this, and kind of felt that in one of the zipper pockets.
He
Curious.
casually turns the blade of the knife over. It's it's brand new as well. Where did you find this?
And I'm just gonna kind of tap one of the folds of the pack.
Interesting. Leave this with me. I will I'll make sure it gets properly disposed of.
Mhm.
Thank you for bringing this to my attention, Miss Grimm. It's important that we all stay true to our natures, isn't it?
True enough.
Make a wits and intelligence roll.
Right. And okay. Oh, that's not there. I got my keys are kind of like fading on my keyboard. Yeah.
All good.
Holy shit.
Okay. 2 successes. Espejo is not a common Hispanic name.
Mhm.
And your brain takes a bit of a hop, skip, and a jump. After all, a lot of people in the supernatural community will take a name that is based off of what they do, off of their
Mhm.
natures. And the word espejo in Spanish means mirror.
Mirror.
You feel a horrible, sick, cold feeling dropping in your gut at the possibility that this man is someone you know.
Keeping that filter up.
He takes the pack and the knife and makes his way out of the back room. Avery unconsciously lets out a sigh and is like, they're like, thought I was gonna lose my job for a moment there.
Well, miracles, I guess. Seems like a reasonable man.
Yeah, little intense though in person.
Mm.
I've never seen him in here before. He mostly just deals with higher up stuff, and come to think of it, he was really eager to get all these backpacks out there.
Oh. Mhm.
But yeah, did you need me to help you around at all anymore?
I think I've got a pretty good impression of the place.
Oh
You guys
well,
do good work.
thanks. I hope that didn't sour it at all.
Nah, stuff like this just happens. The city's been kind of weird lately, you know?
Yeah, yeah. Thanks for coming by, Danica.
No problem, Avery. Hey, if you're ever down by Capitol Hill, stop by the Grinding Gears.
Yeah.
You got any favorites drinks?
Um. I do love I do love a good espresso to keep me up through the long hours.
All right. I can actually get you some deliveries to send here if you want.
Sounds good.
Hey, excellent. Mm,
And
she
they
just kind of follows their lead out.
they casually lead you out, all while the that cold, sickening feeling of adrenaline bubbling away in your system is being frantically suppressed as you think to yourself, "Not here, not now, not him."
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And that means that we are over to Zell. What is Zell doing with their time?
I mean, not a lot of fucking anything. Just sending finally getting around to sending the knife over to I'm gonna fucking
Vladimir.
God, Vladimir. Yes, I knew it was a V name. I knew it was a V name and it sounded Russian. That's where my
Yes.
brain stopped.
Vladimir Petrovich Nobokov, or VPN, because haha.
Ha ha ha. Yeah.
Sometimes
Yeah,
you hear
I-
that he surfs with sharks up in the Nord areas.
Oh.
Ah.
But
Anyway.
yeah.
So-
I would have I would be having one of my cultists. Actually, with everything going on, I think I'll give it my own personal attention. I'll have a driver take me over,
Okay.
and I'll hand it over to him.
Yeah, he'll take you into just kind of the VIP area again, so that he can take care of it himself. Says,
And how much ether am I allowed to get back while I'm here? Since I'll be in the VIP area with the hookah and whatnot.
you can get back 2 points.
Okay.
Right.
And I think I could get back a point from Cherry Coke.
Yes, definitely. I'm sure you have plenty. Stop it up. It's like so.
Oh, well, in that case,
you-
could I get another one from Cherry Coke and?
Yeah, let's say yes.
Okay.
As he's busy like smoking the hookah in his cover form. Says so. You got this off of one of the people doing. He mimes like a stabbing motion,
That's correct.
and you taped the penny to it already. It was not on there when you found it.
No, one of my stigmatics had a vision, and I followed what he saw. Or what they saw.
Very good. Well, at least now we know how to neutralize them in field. But I think we can do one better.
You think so?
Da. Let me see if I can bring someone in. He calls in one of the staff who you had previously mostly had kept to themselves. This one has like an odd cadence to their walk. You kind of notice it's they walk in an incredibly precise manner, making sure that their feet hit the ground every 1.27 seconds.
Person be amazing at Enter the Gungeon.
Or a necrodancer.
That's probably what I was thinking. Are they both that kind of game, or?
Necrodancer is a rhythm-based one.
Okay, yeah, that's what I was thinking of then.
Mm-hmm. Or of course, there's Metal Hellsinger, which is fucking awesome as well. Anyway, he hands the knife over to his associate. She turns the knife in her hands and says, "Can you get impression from this, please?" Say, "Oh, yes, sir." She sits down in one of the big old cushions here, turns it over in her hands. Eyes kind of roll back in her head a little bit. It's like, yes. It all comes from the same place. And, packed by indentured hands and a warehouse. And there is a guardian there. His name is Fission. Vladimir strokes his chin and says, "Ah, I know Fission. Fission has been in here every now and then. Someone from home office. If you So, seems like wherever is making these things. Think you may already have an idea, da?"
I think so. There's a warehouse we've been needing to look into, and I think that it is getting to be about that time that we visited.
You don't say. Well, in that case, I may happen to know a little something about our friend Fission. Bring lead, plenty.
Noted. Thank you.
This has been a good partnership, Zell. I hope that that this continues. I will let you know if I need another favor.
I hope so too.
With that, you can certainly stay and enjoy whatever pastimes he has to offer, or now may be a good time to get in touch with the rest of the group.
Yeah, I would send send out a message about everything that I've learned and ask if there's anything else that's come up.
Danica is immediately on the group chat and just goes, problem. Big problem. Old
So
partner from home office.
Interestingly enough, same problem here.
She's gonna say runs charity.
Runs the warehouse. The warehouse is producing the knives.
Insert panic gif here.
Does May pop in and say anything? Ari?
Snake? Snake!
Snake? Snake! I think Ari stepped away or something.
Yeah, or she put in general chat BRB.
Oh, shit.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I actually cannot see it. It's still, my Discord is still showing the loading animation.
Oh, jeez.
Wait, the Discord general says... Oh,
What?
I was looking at the one in the group chat, or in the in the VC's chat channel, which was April 13th, and I'm like, wait, no, that's from April 13th.
Oh,
She dropped
okay.
the BRB into general chat.
Gotcha.
Okay.
I must not have seen it because, fucking... Yeah, as I said, it's currently still spinning for me.
Oh, jeez.
Yep.
Gotta love Discord. Just works.
But I was going to ask. Oh, by the way, would my what does lethal damage heal at?
1 every 2 days with appropriate medical care.
Because I have 1 point. So I was going to ask Vladimir, if we could have the room back. I know he had his associate there.
And say, oh, yes, of course. He sends away his associate, and yeah. I assume you need to.
Well, I had a question about the room. How secure is it against the eyes of the God Machine?
Are you still drugged out?
What?
No, I sobered up a couple hours ago.
She's talking to Zelda. She sprinkled catnip in the box before.
Yeah, I know, and I responded.
Amazing.
Oh my god.
Oh god, that was amazing. Oh my gosh. Someone please clip that.
You can also
wonderful.
You can do exclamation point clip if you ever need to just snag something real quick. But
Nice. I need to start doing that more often.
yeah.
Is it all? I think it's only when the streamer sets it up.
Yeah, I ended up doing that because it was very useful. What the fuck
Yeah,
was
but
this?
you never know who did it.
Okay.
It's better to set it up.
So, you were asking how secure is this place from the eyes of the God Machine? It's like
Yes.
about as safe as can be. In game's terms, it will grant you a +3 to any compromise rolls that take place within the room.
Okay. I seem to have developed a new ability.
I thought there was something different about you. Your eyes look different.
Yes, little side effect from the experience.
I see.
So, this is something that will put me at much greater risk of being seen.
Oh.
So, I thought it best to test things out while I was somewhere more private, if you wouldn't mind.
Go ahead. It's always good to see the new abilities that oh, you know what, fuck it, we're in a safe space. I'm just going to I hate, honestly, this is so stereotypical. I hate it. Go ahead. I'm always interested in seeing what new abilities my fellows have come up with.
Cool, so that's two ether. I'm also burning a point of willpower because I want best results on this.
Oh, okay.
This might be a particularly unusual ability. Oh, exceptional.
Damn, okay.
Ooh.
Let's
Amazing.
get it.
I'm assuming you're using your new Tulpa ability.
Yes, and I just realized I actually completely forgot that I need an exceptional in order to get access to stuff like to like spells and contracts and stuff like that.
Okay.
So it's actually a very good thing that I got an exceptional.
Definitely.
So I'll need to hold up. So there was one thing that I was definitely aiming for. So first of all, I'm going for mage, and that primum will transfer over into gnosis. I think that gives me access to level 3 spells in level 3 spells in the primary, which in this case I would choose life.
Okay. What are you planning to do? Like bullet point it for me.
I want to use some life magic to just heal off that point of lethal.
Oh, okay. Then yeah, go ahead and roll that. We'll use the same roll for like compromise. I'll just say that, yeah, since you're in a safe space, you can just do that.
Okay, so are you not gonna make me roll compromise, or
I'll make you roll compromise with the +3 on top of it for the security of the warding, but I won't make you necessarily roll to like do the healing. It's only a point of like 1 point of damage, so I won't make you like
and plus an extra one for my 7 cover, right?
yep. So that'd be a +4 total.
Yep. 3 successes.
Okay, you're safe.
All right.
Strokes his chin. Interesting.
So I'm sure he notices that I no longer ping as a demon, and then I use magic.
Yep. Very, very interesting indeed. Now that's something I've never seen before. It's always good to see a first. And I have not seen very many of those since. So, what are the limitations of this, do you think?
Well, I need to give up my demonic form, which means I lose all the advantages of being a demon. However, it does allow me to take on the attributes of different supernatural creatures, and apparently when I channel the power exceptionally well, I'm able to access some of their greater powers.
Interesting. I would be fascinated to know exactly how far that extends.
Well, each supernatural creature has a measure of power that limits what they can do. It would seem that my own power, my primum, seems to function as the equivalent power.
And with your own primum having recently just increased, well, that's fascinating. I'm starting to appreciate all the more just how much we have gotten into business.
There is much that I will be able to do with this.
Hmm. Well, if you are planning on doing something dangerous soon, let me know. I'm sure we can make sure that uh, certain distractions take place. After all, I'm still plugged in here, and I do have to send the occasional true thing, in addition to all of the false things.
I completely understand.
Well, thank you for this. This was the highlight of my day.
Glad to hear it.
As I said, make sure at least one of you is bringing lead.
Of course. And put a beat into the jar. I had the aspiration of explore my interlock.
Alrighty.
And what's that roll?
Wits and intelligence.
Oh, I forgot the exclamation point.
Oh no. Hoisted by your own
Yeah.
petard.
3 successes.
Alright, your first question is, do you know your next key? Let me just take a quick peek at your embeds. You do not know your next key.
Okay.
Correct, Frigga, as in PB, the soft poison metal. Now, conveniently, May seems to have a good block of it cordoned off in her esoteric armory. You
Let's
can,
go.
since it is a soft metal, you can probably grind some of it down to coat something in. You know, either like dip it in a weapon, like put some into shotgun shells. You hell, maybe even take a file to it and liberally dust a piece of clothing with it. But yeah, I'm sure Zell will transmit that piece of knowledge to you as soon as they're able.
Of course.
Knowing that you are the one that has the esoteric armory. Buckshot is indeed lead, depending on where you get it. Yeah, depending on the regulations. Yeah,
What
some
about
some.
Lunchables?
What's that?
What about Lunchables?
If you get them in Flint, probably.
Mm.
Ooh.
Well,
Yeah, depending on what water supply.
Flint
Yeah,
enter enough.
I know. You probably, depending on what city you're in, you could probably just tap into the water supply and fill a squirt gun.
Mm.
Let's see. Are there any lead water pipes in Seattle? Seattle's drinking water sources don't contain lead. However, lead can leach into water from plumbing areas such as lead-based soda and brass. So yeah, there are no lead pipes in Seattle that we know of. As of January 2014, apparently.
Mm.
But you know, yeah, make an intelligence and occult roll, and I'll depending on how well you do, I'll give you a rundown of the different things you could use the lead for.
Moi. Okay.
Yep.
My intelligence cult should be 6. I could have made things even better for myself if I'd used my enhanced intelligence form, but that's fine. That's very fine. That's 3.
Okay. So yeah, as mentioned, you can using the amount of lead that that May has, you could like file it down and like stuff it into buckshot. You could cover your clothes in it. If you have it in high enough concentrations, you could fill the tank of a squirt gun with like a lead water mix. We appear to have lost Ari.
Oh.
Oh
With
no,
modern-
Ari.
With modern safety measures, most developed places' water supply is going to be lead free. Yeah, that is definitely good to hear. But yeah, we'll wait for Ari to get back.
Sorry, no. Ari, yay.
Hey, welcome back.
This got us fucky again.
Gotcha. Yeah, I was just saying that the kind of things that you figure is you could either like file this down and use it to cover clothing. You could like file it down even further and like mix it with water to create like a like either water balloons or like a squirt gun full of lead water. You could melt it down and like reshape it into like a crude weapon, like if you wanted to. At most you'll be able to do like 2 or 3 of those things with the amount of lead that you have.
Nice.
And I think that is probably going to be a good place to leave it, because we're coming up to 7 p.m. my time. And next time,
Okay.
y'all can start getting together to do an Ocean's 11 on the warehouse. Which
Still
I know...
didn't get a date.
Hey, that's coming up.
Huh? What?
Oh, I was
literally-
just... Oh, I was saying that I know that you've been looking forward to doing a heist type thing.
Mhm.
Yay.
Fun.
Hooray for heists.
Yeah. Alright, so with that, let's count up what everybody has in the jar. A little bit of a smaller session this time in terms of beats, but that's okay. Everybody gets the usual 2 beats for showing up and for role-playing. And then there are 6 beats in the jar to distribute.
Oh, I also got my short-term aspiration of find out more about the next the Fed has plans.
Then there are 7 beats in the jar. And since you were in the presence of infrastructure, you know what? I'll let you do an intelligence and wits roll. Go for it, Braka.
All right.
Does getting the new intel count as investigating the warehouse? Because that would round us out at 8.
Sure, let's go for it. Make it easy on us.
Yay,
Cool.
everyone gets 2.
That's one
Single
success. That's all you need. You're at the 4th question, right?
I believe so.
Yeah, because you learned the attribute and you learned the category that your next key is in.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So you have learned that your next key,
Mm-hmm.
you were correct. It's tag and release.
Hells yeah.
Nice.
All right.
So
Well-
not to. So I will say that I did get the intel on the warehouse while I was with Vladimir. So
Did you already got one from there. I'm not going to let you
that's
like...
understandable. That's fair. I was totally ready to be told no.
Yeah. Even I say no occasionally.
Even if you were in the infrastructure? Or was it in the belt hole?
They were in the boat hole, but you know they'd already kind of tapped into that one source of intel.
Oh,
But hey,
so not just only one per different angel/demon, but also only one per different.
that's how I'm doing
well-
it, because I don't want people to just like fast track, like speed run their way to getting the final key. But hey,
Which
next
is
time,
fair.
next time you'll be heading over to a brand new infrastructure, and
With an angel in it.
with an angel in it, no less.
That's
And-
2 opportunities to get to ask questions.
Exactly. So prepare yourselves. I'm sure next time you'll definitely be able to take advantage of your conditions, whether it's making people ask questions, causing chaos, delegating. There'll be plenty of opportunities to advance your power and to scope out the joint, see if you feel like you can take it on, and make any prep that you want to before heading in. There's not necessarily a strict timeline for storming the warehouse if that's what you want to do, but also the longer you let an infrastructure do what it does, the longer it has the chance to put out its disgusting output. In this case, as you've discovered, the creation of the bags and the knives.
Speaking of, do you want? Shouldn't we at some point also blow up the fucking tree?
That's up to you.
Blow up the tree.
Feed it into a wood chipper.
I mean,
So did we divide the beats or?
yes, everyone gets of all 4.
Yeah,
Yep.
everyone gets 4.
Yeah, we managed to math our way to 4.
So with that, I have max on both cover and regular beats.
Oh, well, in that case, you turn those into experiences.
All right. So in total, that creates how much experience? Just like 1 for each notch, or?
5 beats on experience.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep, that. Now that means so you then erase the check marks and start again. So you have enough experience to learn your your next key.
Heck yeah. Where would I enter that on my sheet?
Click the button that says add, and then that way it adds in a new section for your embeds.
Under common dice pools, or?
Under the second one where you had your list of embeds.
Right,
So-
there we go.
Yep, right at the bottom
Add.
you can click add. And that should put in a new section for another embed.
All right. Entering that now.
Tag and release, yeah. Tag and
Tag and
release
release.
is on... it's on page 138 of the main rulebook. Requires dexterity and expression. Demon places a mystical mark on the target. This target can be a person, a building, or an object. For a number of days equal to the demon's primum, the demon can find the target no matter where it is. If the target dies or is destroyed, the demon senses this immediately. Now, next time, all you'll have to do is roll the dice pool for tag and release, which is dexterity plus expression, spend a point of ether, and see what happens. And then I will be happy to let you know, if you succeed, what your next interlock is. Or, well, your first interlock. Alright. So with that, hopefully we still have enough people to raid someone.
Looks like it.
Yeah.
And before we head out, where can we find you all, and what is the next content of yours that we can look forward to? Let's go in reverse order, starting with Braca then.
Hey everybody, you can find me here on Twitch under Quill N Quarrel Studios, and over on Twitter at BracaENVTuber. Next stream I'm still working on, it's probably gonna be tomorrow, but I'm working on what I want to run. I've been really enjoying Hades 2, but I also enjoyed Chroma Squad. We played it last time, so we might do that.
That looks like a really fun game.
Which one?
Chroma Squad.
It's really great. I actually named my my off-brand Power Rangers the Pride Pack, and we have just like tons of like Pride themed just attacks and like catchphrases and stuff.
It was so much fun.
Yeah, Grinds was there as like a co-host, like surprise co-host.
I was there.
Yes.
I also learned that I can make my own. We can make our own episodes if we ever want to.
Nice.
But anyway,
Speaking of grinds, when can we next find you?
that is a very good question because I don't know when I'm going to stream next. But you can find me at It Takes All Grinds on Twitch, Grinds Alchemist on Twitter, and I will let you know when things happen. Life is like a hurricane.
Very
Here in
true. Oh no! Don't you fucking start that.
But I will be streaming this week. I just don't know when.
Fair enough. And Ari?
I at least sometimes stream here on Twitch. Next stream is probably gonna be Monday or Tuesday. And currently I am planning to do a Monster Smasher pass.
Nice.
Ooh, nice.
That tracks.
You still
No one is surprised.
you still planning on Cryptid Crush this Wednesday?
Oh, was it this week?
If you wanna.
Sure.
Okay, cool. And Baffy.
Hi. I will be streaming today, like in an hour. I will be streaming some Hades, and yeah, you should join me. I've made it to Elysium a couple times, and even beat the Minos Bowl once, which I
Ooh.
should definitely remember his name, but you know.
Asterios?
And
Serious, yeah.
as I think we've all proven, we're really bad at remembering fucking names here. Except me,
Yeah.
because that's my
Hey,
job.
I didn't have
as
any
the
problems
storyteller.
remembering names. I had problems asking people for their names. Let's get it right at least.
Fair enough.
Like I'm a useless, incompetent gay, but let's actually clarify what kind of useless, incompetent gay I am.
All right.
Nice.
And yeah, you can find me next right here on Twitch at Lolotov Cocktail. When let's see, Monday I'll be doing some more Arcade Spirits, hopefully with Fornea. Yeah. During the Monday morning, I might do more Pathologic too because I'm just itching to actually finish it, and I've got vacation, so why the fuck not? All right. Thank you once again, everyone, for being part of this. This has been fantastic as usual. I love doing this for you.
Ola, if you don't know who to rate yet, I do have a suggestion.
Go ahead.
I'm gonna forget someone.
Cutie Dragon 7, they are currently having their birthday stream.
Ooh.
Oh, you know what? Birthday stream is definitely a good idea.
Yeah.
And I know of Cutie Dragon. She has a lot of good artwork out there on Twitch.
Yeah.
I'm currently playing Metal Gear Solid 5: The Phantom Pain, a game that is very not political. Haha.
Yes.
Politics
And video games?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Don't you remember when games used to be good and not filled to the brim with wokeness?
Filthy politics.
Oh man.
Speaking of which, that reminds me of a review of Disco Elysium that said, "Finally, a game without politics."
What? Disco Elysium is all politics. What the hell?
I know, right? I love the one of my favorite ones was Jamrock Hobo that did like a compilation of the different
That was where I saw it.
that's the one, yeah, just like written like racist propaganda, and then next one wouldn't let me be racist enough.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
Oh my
But
gosh.
I
But yeah.
can't read.
Okay, looks like they're currently on BRB.
yep, but we're gonna raid them anyway. Say one of these fascist or communist things, or fuck off.
Fuck off. Yeah.
Yes. So good. Oh man, I've got to play that again sometime. But yeah, thank you
talk
once
shit
again,
about
everyone, for
other
joining
stuff.
me. I will restart Discord so that I can actually talk to you properly once we're out here. And have a great rest of your night, everyone. And remember that the world is only as dark as we allow it to be. So light it up. wear out.
Hey.
Oh man.
Holy shit.
What?
I said, holy shit.
What? Oh yeah. Okay. Yes.
I
know
did
why.
not
Understandable.
I did not expect that fucker this early.
Ah,
Evil, you evil, evil woman.
I thought it would be a fun surprise.
Thank you. That was a good surprise. That was awesome. Oh my gosh.
I was frothing at the mouth as you called your hobbyist group Danica, and I'm just like, call me, I can fix it.
listen, I have no idea what that means.
But I wasn't gonna say anything because I'm like, I'm not there. I can't say anything. I can just like, is there anyone else you want to call?
Ghostbusters.
I promise